How y'all doing out there, man? All right, let me load this down. So y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. 4 people in the chat. Appreciate for coming on. I'm doing good today. I feel good about the things that I've been seeing with our team. We're gonna talk about this defense. Is Nakobe Dean's time up in Philadelphia? That's another discussion. A lot of people don't want to hear that. They think that Kobe Dean has something to prove, but you know, is it time for us to panic with Nakobe Dean? Is he truly the guy going forward? That's what I want to know. We're going to do a call in. We're going to do everything today. I figured to come and talk to y'all, man. Let me know if my microphone is perfect. Give me a thumbs up in the comment section if my microphone is perfect. I want y'all to hear me. We're going to drop the link for y'all. You want to come in and talk football? Listen, there's a lot of people who don't like the fact that I said on multiple podcasts, on other people's channels, that I think Sean Desai's defense is not going to work when you play against teams like Kansas City. You can't play soft zone. And yes, we didn't give up a touchdown to CeeDee Lamb. And yes, Sean Desai for the last, you could say the Miami Dolphins game, the Buccaneers game was perfect. But when you look at the quarterbacks, how many quarterbacks are killing us right now, man? Because we're giving up easy throws. Dak Prescott was able to look like Joe Montana out there. Now, he didn't win the game, but he still looked like Montana out there. The quarterback for the Washington Commanders both times looked like freaking Joe Flacco out there. Throwing dots, throwing lasers, and we couldn't stop him. That worries me because it gives me deja vu of what I saw last year. They tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, but every quarterback we played so far, whether it was Zach Wilson, Mac Jones, Kirk Cousins, Dak Prescott, have killed us and sliced their secondary up. And that's not a player's problem. That's not the secondary's fault. That's the coaching's fault. Because if you know your players aren't performing, then change it up. And yes, I get it. We have different guys going out, going in. Our secondary is not the greatest so far. We expect the Maddox to be here. He gets hurt. But if you know that, adjust. I don't understand when some Eagle fans tell me, oh, what do you want them to do? Adjust. Do something to help the secondary get better. Put guys in different positions. Maybe you send a safety over the top. But you're just sitting there doing nothing doesn't help. You just created more problems for your team to get smoked. They want to look at the stats. I don't look at the stats. I told you already, I'm not a stat dude. I look at the TV and I look at this. Quarterbacks in the NFL have ripped us apart. And if you don't see similarities from last year of this scheme, I don't know what you want me to say. I'm hoping by the bye week, we play more press. We get these receivers pressed up so these quarterbacks don't have all day to throw. Where's the pressure? Did Dak Prescott even throw a pick? Did Sam Howell even throw? I know we didn't. I think we got one pick against Sam Howell the last game when we played him in Washington. But these quarterbacks are killing us, man. And it's torturous to watch the secondary get carved, and you don't see Sean Desai do anything about it. But we're 8-1 and you see one. Why are you so angry? We're 8-1. That's great. And I'm happy we're 8-1. I'm truly happy we're 8-1. If you don't think I'm not happy that we're 8-1, you're crazy. But there's things that people do not want to discuss that I'm going to discuss. And if I have to be a bad guy, then so fucking be it. You want to be blinded on the TV? You want to be blinded while watching this team? That's on you. I'm not going to do that. This secondary has got roasted. And we're not playing above and beyond as a defense. We're not. For the last 3 games so far. Matter of fact, the whole season you want to be look at the Patriots game. It took us a miracle to win that game. If Jacoby Myers don't step out of bounds, they win that football game. If Kirk Cousins throws it to Jefferson and he doesn't get a touchback, we lose that football game. We've been in close matchups, and we still can't put a team away. We can't. What's up? Did you see my DM? You got to check it out. No, I didn't check it out, man. Let me take a look, man. And definitely. Finally, some real Eagles football talk. I appreciate it for coming on, Josh. For sure, man. Hey, EC1. What's up, Howie Roseman? What's up, dude? Howie Roseman in the building. Howie Roseman. Hey, look, man. Doing a great job with this team, dude. Doing a great job with this team, man. If this is the real Howie Roseman. Probably not. Yo, EC1, how do you doing? We play next week. We're looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing y'all. I'm looking forward to hopefully become 9-1. But yeah, I mean, we get the bye week. We get to be healthy. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing y'all. I want to play the best. And you know what? You're playing some good football. I'm excited to play the Chiefs, man. You know what I'm saying? The Chiefs are just absolutely obliterated the Miami Dolphins. They killed them. I told you the Miami Dolphins weren't that team. They're not great. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, bro. Exactly. And you know, there's some Eagle fans who don't like your opinion. They won't invite you on the podcast. They'll sit there and they'll make fun of you. They will destroy how you feel. They'll say you don't know football. Let them be that. We know what we're watching. And I'm not the only one who said this. Joey Shake said it on his channel yesterday with Philly Castro. Philly the Talk podcast. Shout out to him. This defense is not playing better. They're not. Yeah, you can talk about the pressure and the sacks all you want. This quarterbacks are going up and down. And if you know there's a defense coordinator, why are you not doing anything about it? Well, we got different guys going in and out. So adjust. Adjust. If you know you're not in a position to play one scheme, adjust to a different scheme so you can help guys out. I don't know why is it so hard to understand that? If I can figure that out, why can't y'all not do that? And yet you call yourself the smart ones. Right? I'm supposed to be the dumb idiot who clearly don't know football, but yet you have thousands of subscribers on your channel and you don't know that. It amazes me. It amazes me how many people say, oh, I know football more than you do. But you do? Then explain to me why Sam Howell was carving us up. Explain to me why Sean Asai doesn't play more man. My guy, Trey Rock, I was on Broad Street, and they would get mad at me because I was saying this defense is not playing well. No, they're not playing well. Well, this defense has been helping us win games. This defensive line has been helping us win games. You're right. This defensive coordinator is not. The Miami Dolphins game, the Buccaneers game was his best game for Sean Asai. But he's been struggling. And we're blind to fail to realize that this guy plays that bend and break defense that's going to eventually bite us in the ass. Then so be it. I can't do nothing but help you out. I can't help think for you. I can't help talk to you. I can try to give you pointers, but I can't think. I can't move your mouth and tell you the right things. You got to do that on your own. You got to do your research. stats don't mean nothing. It doesn't. It's another nerd category. And yes, just because I have glasses don't mean I'm a nerd. I gotta wear them because I don't have my contacts in right now. But I need to see you, fortunately. Sam Howell was cooking us. Well, yeah, he was. He was definitely cooking us, man. He was definitely cooking us, man. And that's concerning. That's concerning. Now, I get it. We're not healthy at the right position. I get that. We're not healthy. Avonte Max was be here. He got hurt. You lose guys in preseason. Zach McPherson goes down. Sean Brown. I get all that. The real good defensive coordinators find ways to make it work. That's just the truth. The real defensive coordinators in the NFL, the best ones in the business, Wade Phillips, all these guys find a way to make it work. If Sean Desai can't find a way to make it work, then he's not a good defense coordinator. His players around him are making him better. You could sit there, you could talk about 8-1. We did this last year. We thought we were kings of the NFC East. No one could stop us until you ran into the Chiefs. It's great we're 8-1. Let me ask you a question. Why did we become 8-1? Partly it was because of Jalen Hurts' play. And it's because you let Zach Wilson tear you up. So if you went with the 8-1 record, we lost the game because Zach Wilson was ripping us apart. And Sean Desai made no adjustments. And again, against the Dallas Cowboys. See, Lamb, here's a catch right here. Brandon Cooks, here's a catch right here. Tolbert got a touchdown. It's unacceptable. Look at the 49ers. Look what they did to the Cowboys. Why couldn't we do that blueprint, the same thing with 49ers did, and take their blueprint and use that against them? We don't do that. We don't do that ever. Why couldn't we not do that with the Bills? Take that blueprint with the Bills and use that against Sam Howell and the Commanders? It makes no sense. And my question is, when are we going to actually be honest and sit down without getting upset with each other as Eagle fans? Without over-talking each other. Because you go to other podcasts and you do that, they'll overshout you, they'll curse at you, they'll swear at you. You can't say one word. They'll X you out the chat. Because you have opinion. And they don't like that. If you say anything bad about this side, some Eagle fans will despise you. Just like last year, if you said anything about Jonathan Gannon, trash defense, they'll kick you out the Eagles chat. Last year I said Jonathan Gannon was trash. No, he's not, EC1. You don't know what you're talking about. The defense made him better. No, he did it. He's a good defense coordinator. We lose the Super Bowl. Oh, it's the defense. The defense coordinator sucks. Well, newsflash, I fucking told you that how many times. But I feel like I'm not getting my respect. Still, people tell me I don't know football. Get these brain dead idiots on the other channels. Tell me I don't know football, but yet they make excuses for Sean Desai's lack of ability to adjust. Well, we got different starters in, so adjust. Play more man. Play more press. Stop playing zone defense against quarterbacks who can rip it apart. If you know something's not working and you know something is working, you go to something that is working. Against the Miami Dolphins, keep playing that scheme. Especially against Dak Prescott. You don't let a quarterback sit there and do what they want against you. Because he didn't score, it's okay. No, it's not. Do you know why Dak Prescott and these Cowboy fans are talking about Dak Prescott, why he did good against the Eagles? Because Sean Desai did not make adjustments. He didn't make adjustments. We let Dak Prescott sit back, dink it donk his way down the field. We didn't try to press on these receivers. And when we did, we got off the field. When we did press on these receivers, look what happened. Third down off the field. Incomplete pass. So if you know the press is working, why do you go back to being a zone, bend and break, soft-ass defense? I don't understand some Eagle fans who defend this guy because he has different guys out. Great defense coordinators, the best ones in the league, find ways to work it out. You want to talk about Jim Schwartz in 2017? He had so many starters out for that game. Hicks was out for the season. And yet he was able to win a Super Bowl. Yet Jonathan Gannon couldn't do that. And it looks like Sean Desai is right back to where we were with Jonathan Gannon. We saw it with Tua. Okay, Tua, you didn't allow anything. So why do you keep going back to the same ones that it makes no sense, man? And when I hear Eagle fans say, you don't know what you're talking about, then explain to me, why is Sean Desai giving up a lot of yards to quarterbacks? Where the stat says that, I don't give a damn what the fucking stat says. The stat says Dak Prescott had a good game against the Eagles. Whether he did or not, it doesn't make a difference. The stat says that he did. That's why everybody making him look like he was an MVP candidate. And if Dak Prescott can do it, what do you think Mahomes and Josh Allen are going to do to us? Now, my thing is, I'm hoping by the bye week, Sean Desai figures it out. With Darius Slay coming up to him and say, listen, let me have CeeDee Lamb. See, that's a cornerback right there. That's a number one cornerback. But your players shouldn't have to tell you, hey, let me guard CeeDee Lamb. You should already know that. That's something Jonathan Gannon had players telling him. Hey, stop putting me in this situation. You should already know that. Why does players have to tell a defense coordinator how to do his fucking job? Unless you stink at it. Tell me why quarterbacks are sitting there like Zach Wilson, looking like Joe Montana out there, getting all these crazy yardage against us, and we do not adjust. But we want to blame injuries. You don't think other players have injuries on the other side? Every team has injuries. Every team is going through things. The best teams find a way to make it happen and work what they got, and adjust. Find ways to use guys in the right position. Change up the scheme. Make it so the guys can play better. It's not your corners are playing horrible too. Your linebackers out of coverage. Your safeties, Reed Blankenship's playing good, but he could play better. And maybe it's because of the scheme. They want to say Bradbury sucks. No, Bradbury don't suck. The scheme sucks. Bradbury was just fine last year. You can't tell me last year Bradbury, in 1 year, he just turned around and be washed. Get out of here with that. The scheme doesn't work. So if you notice a defense corner, if I'm a defense corner, I know that, then I would change it to help my players out. He don't do that. If James Bradbury continues to with these penalties again, torch, he needs to be cut. No, we don't. And see, that's another thing, man. We gotta stop saying that. It's not James Bradbury, man. It's the scheme. With any cornerback you put out there, whether you go get Patrick Surtain, what everybody was talking about, They're playing the exact same way. Even with going out and getting Kevin Byard, it didn't make it a lack of difference. The scheme is the problem. Until you fix the scheme, you can put anybody out there all you want. You can go out there and trade for Patrick Queen and put him out there. It still won't make a difference. Because that soft scheme, that defense that they run, doesn't work against quarterbacks who sees that, who know how to read the defense. Tua cannot read the defense. That's why he lost the game. Look what he did against the Chiefs. He can't read the defense. Tua Tagovailoa cannot read the defense. Dak Prescott can. Sam Howell can read the defense. That's why they're able to pick up that zone defense and say, I'm going right here. Mac Jones was able to read us. Our secondary needs work. It's not the secondary, bro. It's the scheme, I'm telling you. It's the scheme, man. It's the scheme, bro. It don't matter who you put out there, dude. It doesn't matter who you put out there. It don't matter who you put out there, bro. You could put out Dick Butkus. You could put out the best defensive lineman in the NFL in the Hall of Fame. It don't matter who you put out there, bro. Because it goes back to the soft scheme. It doesn't work. That's why I hate the bend and break defense, man. I flat out don't like it. It's torturous to watch. But some people like it. And that's on them. If they want to watch paper cuts, then so be it. If they want to watch someone get poked in the eye over and over again, that's the kind of defense. I can't help them. I don't like it. That's why I wasn't a fan of I didn't want, listen, me and Philly at halftime did not want Sean Asai, but I gave him a chance. But I don't like the scheme. It doesn't fit Philadelphia. Playing press, playing man-to-man fits Philadelphia. I don't like that soft scheme. It doesn't work in here. That's for someone like Chicago, Seattle, all those other teams. In Philadelphia, you got to play a different style of defense here. You got to have a different style philosophy. This Vic Fangio type defense, it doesn't work. And when it does work, it's like, okay, all right, we got lucky here and there. But usually it doesn't work. That's why Gannon didn't last. That's why Schwartz, after the Super Bowl, got relieved of his duties. Because eventually it catch up on you. Eventually teams find a way to see what you're doing. And if you don't change it up, they're just going to rip apart it. They're going to rip that defense apart. And they're going to just annihilate it. And if you got no answers, and the scheme you're playing, you don't have the linebackers to do it. To play a bend and break defense, you got to have the linebackers to do it. We don't have the linebackers. I've been very disappointed in the Kobe Dean this year. I've been very disappointed in him. He can't stay healthy. He's all over the place. I don't know if he's the guy or not. I don't know if he's the guy or not. And I don't know if the Eagles are going to wait patient for him. You know, an Eagle fan blocked me today. Well, blocked me on Twitter. I think he unblocked me. Because I said Brandon Graham. Because he said, well, did we get rid of Brandon Graham? You got to say Brandon Graham was a first rounder. Where was Nakobe drafted? See, this is common sense. A first round pick, of course, is going to get so many chances. A third rounder will not. Nakobe Dean was drafted in the third round. Therefore, the Eagles are not going to wait for him to develop. They're not. They're not going to wait. They're going to give him at least 3 years to see what he is. If he doesn't do that, they're going to draft a replacement. That's what it is. He hasn't lived up to that hype that we thought he would be. I was excited to draft him. But, some people are right about him. He might be too small. He might be too small. Eagles are better than all of our teams, despite of the fact that we look worse than last year. Yeah, but that's because, listen, we're better because, number one, our quarterback is playing a lot better. For the last couple of weeks, he's playing like an MVP caliber quarterback. We're playing better because you drafted Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. I mean, both last year and this year. That really helps. And we're better because we got a lot of players on this team that are talented. Sean Desai is getting the exact same talent almost that what Jonathan Gannon got last year. Except he don't have a C.J. Gardner-Johnson. But he doesn't adjust, man. And that's my problem with Sean Desai. He doesn't want to adjust. $108 B-Day. Okay. I want a Lovie Smith. Yeah, I want a Lovie Smith too. I thought Lovie Smith. I really want a Lovie Smith. That was my guy. I know Philly at the time wanted Lovie Smith. I want a Lovie Smith. Lovie Smith would have brought that defense we all wanted. Could you imagine what Lovie Smith would have done with a Jalen Carter? Could you imagine what he would have done with a James Bradbury? Oh, that defense would have been nasty. But, they decided to go after Sean Desai. And, hey, we got to see what he does. We got to see how he adjusts. If he comes in just, then so be it. And I'm cool with it. But if he keeps playing the exact same way, we're going to have issues. You know what I'm saying? Mac Jones, Kirk Cousins, Sam Howell, Zach Wilson, Dak Prescott out scheme us. Yeah, and then that's concerning. But people don't want to hear that. You listen to the other Eagle content creators, the ones that get all these subscribers, the ones like have all these platforms, the podcasts. They don't want to hear that. We're 8-1. Everything's Gucci. Everything is great. We're feeling good. And that's my problem. Because, yeah, we're feeling good. We're 8-1. But you want to be real? If we had a legit defensive corner, we'd be 9-0. Let's be real with you. Just being real with you. If we had a legit defense corner who knew what he was doing, who like a Lovie Smith, we would still be undefeated. Now, eventually, we're going to lose a game, and I don't expect us to go undefeated. But I'm just saying. But, that's another day for another story. Who's going to stop? Who's going to stop us, EC1? Come on, Hyde. You and I know the Kansas City Chiefs stopped us. Who do you think is going to stop us? Mahomes. Mahomes. If we had to go back to Super Bowl and play him. Who stopped us last year? Mahomes. I mean, do I have to keep going? Mahomes. Yeah, I saw the NFL API rankings. The Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, that dude. Hey, Philly OG, thanks for sending me this, dude. Yeah, I saw that, man. The guy's an idiot, man. He put Lamar Jackson over number 1, man. Come on, bro. And then he put Tua at number 5, man. Come on, the list is a joke, bro. The list is a joke, man. And if you give him time to throw, what's going to do is dance and burn. Yeah, exactly, man. I like the fact that we're 81. I'm not saying I'm unhappy. And it sounds like I'm unhappy because I'm talking about this because there's things we've got to talk about. This is the bye week. There's some things that we got to discuss. Why is it so hard to not talk about the defense, man? Unless you know something's wrong. And you see, people don't want to talk about it because they don't want to admit that maybe there's something wrong with the scheme. That's why they get mad at you. They scream at you. They yell at you. I don't know football. You're fucking. But it doesn't change the fact that every quarterback so far this year has given us a handful and made us look bad going against them. Kirk Cousins had a career day against us. Zach Wilson had a career day against us. Dak Prescott had a career day against us. Sam Howell both times had a career day against us. Do you want me to keep going? The only one who didn't have a career against us is Tua because he sucked at throwing the ball. And we played Ashley Man for the first time. That's why. Because we changed up the scheme. And I don't understand why you don't do that still. Why didn't we play that zone bend and break defense against the Dolphins? Why didn't we do that? Was it because we were scared of Tyreek Hill so much that we saw, we got to change it up this game. We can't. But you let CeeDee Lamb burn you. Yeah, he didn't score, but he still burned you. He had a career plus day against y'all. You allowed Dak Prescott this is my problem with some Eagle fans, man. This is why I always will be on my channel doing my thing. Because I got to remind some Eagle fans. Yes, we beat the Cowboys. I'm happy as hell. But look at these numbers, ladies and gentlemen. You want to know why Cowboy fans are bragging? He had a 75.9 completions, 374 yards, 3 TDs, 0 interceptions, and 11.5.2. But you know what? Y'all can sit there and talk about this defense, how they didn't give up a touchdown against CeeDee Lamb. Yo, but they gave up for Tolbert. Tolbert scored. The tight end scored. A punt returner from the Cowboys scored. So, yeah, they didn't give up CeeDee Lamb for a touchdown. They might as well should have. Because every other receiver except Brandon Cooks and Gallup scored. So it's like, what are we talking about, ladies and gentlemen? See, we're going to be real this time. And you see, in my podcast, I keep it real with y'all. I don't sugarcoat shit like some of these cats do. They want to sit there and want to with a great defense all they want. All these quarterbacks had a complete high percentage against our defense. The only ones who didn't was Tua and Baker Mayfield. And you don't see an issue with that. That is my problem with some Eagle fans, man. But they'll be on their podcast with their little buddy friend. Telling everybody they don't know football. Telling me I don't know football. No, you just don't like what I have to say. And it's okay. You don't have to. No, I ain't going to argue with you. No, because you can't. You can't argue with me. Because you're going to lose every time. How are you going to argue with these stats? You want to talk about stats? These are the stats right here. Dak Prescott had a good game. Now, I'll tell Cowboy fans he was mid. Because I like trolling him. He's made in clutch games. Thankfully. But, it had to take the CeeDee Lamb to make a catch and us tackling him at the end of the game to win the game. Now, if you like MC Rivals, where it's close games, okay, this is the game for you. But it shouldn't be that damn close, man. That's the problem. I don't get it. You let a quarterback like that come in your building and pick you apart like that. But did he score? Tolbert scored. The punt return for the Cowboys scored because Dak threw it to him. The tight end scored. So yeah, Dak Prescott did score. The only one who didn't score was CeeDee Lamb. Cooks didn't score, got okay. But everybody else ate. That's why non-formation isn't working either. Let's end up and line up over the tackle. I know it'll make the pass rush more effective. Yeah, exactly. But see, Sean aside, and here's the thing. I don't know if it's Nick Sirianni doing this. Because when you ask Nick Sirianni, he says he likes the defense. How can you like this defense? It's exhausting to watch this scheme being put out every time. It's like putting the food, and you know something's wrong with it, but you still put it out there for the guests to eat. It's like the stale cookies that you leave overnight, man. You just keep on eating the stale cookies because it's the only dessert you have right now in your kitchen that you could afford. Throw that scheme in the garbage. The bend and break soft scheme that we run doesn't work against quarterbacks like Dak Prescott. It's not going to work on guys like Mahomes. You're going to have to play press or man to man. You're going to have to adjust. You know what I'm saying? I think to BG he saved us because we would have lost it. Yeah, we definitely would have lost the game. I want you to watch this real quick. Shout out to Cool Cat Connor. But, I got to show you this because when I was on Broad Street, Birds of Broad Street, when I was the guest over there, I think they had a call in. Look at the Eagle fans that will cut me off, that will say I don't know football, and they get their feelings hurt. I really don't give a rat's ass, honestly. So, here's the part right here. Hold up. There we go. I want y'all to take a look at this. If you didn't see this, Look at the way they acted when I came on it. When I just said about the defense. Look how they act, man. This is against any Eagle fan who has a different opinion than you are. This is the problem with some Eagle fans, man. Content creators, they say that it's all love, but it's really not. Only certain ones.
Every single game. Rams, shut them out in the second half. Dolphins, 10 points given up by the defense.
Yeah,
three in the second half.
That's disrespectful.
This game.
Can I say one more?
Six points in the second half.
Let Mo talk and then we'll discuss.
No, let Simone finish. Let her finish.
Don't pull up that little stat book and tell me that Dak Prescott outplayed Jalen when Dak Prescott, yeah, he got the passing yards, but he ain't get his bunion inbound. Jalen Hurts would have had his bunions inbound. It's those plays. Jalen Hurts wouldn't have got flipped over by Darius Slay. He did not outplay him. When we needed Jalen ran for that first down. When we needed Jalen after the turnover, he ran down the defender after the ball got turned over. That's plays that don't show up on your stat sheet. It's the
I didn't say Dak played hurt. That's what the Cowboys fan told me. See, they just want to scream over you. And if you heard before what I said that Dak Prescott never outplayed Jalen Hurts, but they don't want to listen to me. They want to hear what they want to hear, and they want to retwist my words. You could talk over me, sweetheart, okay? You might have the biggest loud mouth, okay? What you're not going to do is you're not going to tell me what I didn't say. I know damn well I said that in the Dallas Cowboys never outplayed Jalen Hurts. Never, ever did I say that. I said Sean Desai, his scheme, that he ran against Dak Prescott made Dak Prescott look like a elite quarterback, which he did because the stats said something different. The stat says he went over to what he should be. But you see, they don't want to listen to your boy EC1. They want to talk, they run their mouth. They want to talk they chomps because they got 1,000 subscribers and some of them are fucking idiots. Pardon my language, I'm as sick and tired of some of these dumbass Eagle contractors come on the platforms and they think they know what they fucking talking about and they really don't fucking know shit. That's just the truth. You think you know what you're talking about, and the truth is you don't like to hear what anybody else says, so you run your mouth because you have a loud fucking voice. And I can't do nothing because they mute my mic. You saw how they muted my mic. I mean, dude, I had my mic perfectly. Smithy Eagle and all these guys, they want to mute me because they don't like what to say because I'm telling them the truth. You play like that against Mahomes in the Super Bowl, we will lose the Super Bowl again. But hey, listen, we're 8-1. And there's things that we got to talk about, but you don't want to talk about, hey, that's on you. But you know, the biggest math is always going to win. I always notice when you are loud and you have a louder voice, you're going to overtalk me. But see, I'm not going to go back and forth with you. Let's continue. Give me that.
No, EC, you did say.
No, that's what he said. That's what he said. He said he was on the phone with a Cowboy fan.
I'm on the phone with a Cowboy fan. He's hanged up on me.
He said it.
If they say that, you bring up Dak.
And it's true. Jaden Christ hanged up on the phone on me because I told him that excuses. He went to Dak Prescott. You barely beat Dak. You still lost the game. Well, you know, you guys are ass. Yeah, but if we're ass, then what the hell are y'all? So yeah, he hung up the phone on me. I haven't heard back since.
Bunyan.
I did. You did. According to them, the Cowboys, we barely beat Dak Prescott.
America's team. They are delusional.
And I didn't mean Jaden Christ, excuse me. I meant Jaden. The Cowboy fan that always has his fan. My fault, Jaden Christ. I know you in there. I know. I wasn't talking about you, dude. I was talking about another Jaden, man. My fault. I just want to clear that out, man. My fault, bro.
We don't care what they say.
Hold on. Hold on.
Say this.
Why we talking about according to them?
Let me say this one thing real quick. Let me say this one thing real quick.
Go ahead, Easy. Go ahead, Easy.
Hold on. Let's not finish. Let's not land.
What?
Yeah, one horrible.
Thank you.
Being just a little bit better. Bro,
Jonathan Gannon's defense philosophy is terrible. What are you talking about?
It's 2023. Why are we talking about?
See, she's screaming because she can't handle football conversations. She can't handle football debates. And how do you say you talk over the person? You can't hear what the other person's saying. Why are you screaming? Number one. Okay? If we're going to have a debate, I'm not going to scream over you. Right? But see, you got thing 1, thing 2, thing 3, thing 4, thing 5 over here. Okay? See, this is the problem when you go on other Eagles platforms. You got to do it on their terms. So you can't have a different opinion. If you do, you'll be kicked off. You'll be ridiculed. Look how they treating your boy EC1. Okay? The man that I don't see any other ones having to going to the parade on their channel. When I won the Super Bowl, when we won the Super Bowl, I was outside live streaming. I can pull it up right now if you want me to. Where's they at? I've been here longer, and yet they get more subscribers because they say what people want to hear. And see, I'm going to tell you the truth. No, our defensive coordinator is not playing well. And he has the same philosophy as Jonathan Gannon. Jonathan Gannon last year, how many people told me we have this many sacks? The defense is playing well because Jonathan Gannon's a great defense coordinator. No, he's not. And I feel like we're going back to this again. We're blinded to see what's really happening, so we would overlook things. We want to shut the blinds on things that we don't want to see, and we want to open things up that we do want to see. And rather than talk about it, we want to scream over each other, man. That's not a conversation. If you just want to scream at yourself, you might as well just sit next to a wall and just scream at yourself. Ah! Just scream at yourself. I mean, it's crazy, bro.
Jonathan Gannon. That's what the Arizona Cardinals.
Because Jonathan's scheme is based on a Jonathan Gannon.
We need to focus on.
Where do you think Vic Fangio came from?
2024.
It came from the Jonathan Gannon tree.
I did not. What are you talking about?
See, the Vic Fangio defense. What is it brought to you by? What is it based on? What is why do you think Vic Fangio got fired? Why do you think that? Why do you think that it was so hard for him to find a job again as even a DC? Why do you think that? Where do you think Jonathan Gannon and all these guys learned their scheme from? See, people don't know what they're talking about. The Vic Fangio defense is all the same. It's the bend and break. Let's not give everything up the middle. Let's keep everything short. Don't let them go over our heads. Let them dink and dunk their way to the field. That is the Vic Fangio defense. That's where Sean Desai came from. That's where Jonathan Gannon learned his scheme from, because he learned it from guys who were in the Vic Fangio tree. Where did I not make sense at? That's why the Eagles wanted Vic Fangio. So when they did get Vic Fangio and they let Gannon go, they went out and got a guy that could play the similar style like Vic Fangio. Just a little bit more aggressive, but not that much. But see, when you got thing 1, thing 2, thing 3 over here, now Trey Rock is cool. I have no respect to him. Cool Cat Khan I have respect for. But the rest, you can overtalk all you want. You don't know football. And you think you do by over-talking me because you got a loud fucking voice. But the truth is you don't know what you're talking about. You can fool the other subscribers. You can't fool me. I've been in this business way too long. Most of them have 100,000 subscribers. And I really don't care, honestly. Because guess what? You have 1,000 subscribers because you lied to your fans. You don't keep it real. All I said was Vic Fangio tree is based on what Sean Desai is playing. And that is that zone defense that we're accustomed to see. That is torturous to watch. That's why the Broncos fired him. Why do you think Van Stokes? I mean, come on. People don't want to listen. They want to hear what they want to hear. Hit that like button. Fangio defense. What is the Vic Fangio defense? What is it?
He is the creator of the Vic Fangio scheme. What are you talking about?
Man, it's like that at Denver.
You didn't learn that shit from Jonathan Gannon?
No, I didn't say you learned from Jonathan Gannon. I said Jonathan. See, I never said anything about the Vic Fangio defense was Jonathan Gannon. And see, this guy over here on top, he wants to overtalk me. What are you talking about the defense of Jonathan Gannon? I never said that. I said the Vic Fangio defense is what Jonathan Gannon learned the tree off of. The Vic Fangio tree was passed on many generations of coaches, defensive coordinators. You know, Jonathan Gannon and Sean Desai don't have the same philosophy, but they're based off the same philosophy. The bend and break defense. It don't matter who you get. The scheme is the scheme. Now, Sean Desai plays a little bit more of a man, but not that much. Unless he really has to. He's going to blitz a little bit more, but not that much. But you see, you got people with loudmouths who don't know their place. I'm telling you, this one is going to overtalk me. And they get so angry when you say that because they don't like real facts. They want to hear you're 8-1. They want you to be happy. Oh, pumps. Oh, we're 8-1. Oh my God. Oh, look at us. We're on top. And then when things crash down, y'all come back to reality. But you won't listen to me. I'll be right again. And listen, I hope to God we don't. But I won't be shocked if we go back to Super Bowl and we lose it again. Not because of Jalen Hurts in his office. It won't be because of Brian Johnson. Because of Sean Desai's defense and what he based on his defense of. The bend and break defense, the scheme that doesn't work against elite or okay quarterbacks. You could pull that against a guy like Tua, because Tua really can't read the defense. His footballs are garbage. They're garbage. He still has work on his accuracy. He still hasn't gotten that. The zone defense don't work against quarterbacks like Dak, because Dak has been here for a long time. So he's seen everything. Guys like Mahomes, seen everything. Guys like Josh Allen, seen everything. Even some guys in college seen the exact same defense because they're doing it in college. But they don't want to listen to your boy EC1. Gannon and Vic Fangio defense are the same. The bend and break defense don't work in the NFL.
From the Vic Fangio scheme, but Brian Johnson has been. Sean Desai has been in multiple places with multiple schemes. Sean Desai has been with multiple different defensive coordinators, not just Vic Fangio, bro.
So why can't he not adjust, man? Why are we giving up big plays?
It got killed.
He never adjusts.
Hold on, wait. Last year, how many times did you ask?
He never adjusts. That's a lie. When is Sean Desai adjust at? When did he adjust? See, we lied to our people because he didn't adjust. What? The Cowboys game? Because he wasn't adjusting at all. I watched the game literally. I remember I was on the and you can ask anybody. I would even bring my mom up here, and I was screaming at the TV, saying, "Fucking press up! You're giving him easy access to first downs. So don't tell me that he adjusts. You like it because that's your type of defense. When I come from, it's the Jim Johnson era. I make you fight for every yard. When did he adjust? When? He didn't adjust against the Cowboys. They talk like this, but they don't have the noggin like that. You could talk over me all you want. You could be with all your buddy friends. You could sit there and have a kumbaya conversation until a real motherfucker comes in there and tells you, no, you're wrong. All of a sudden, everything's crumbling. Start insulting people. You got to start cursing people out. You got to scream over people. It's like politics in a lot of ways. If you don't agree with someone's you don't agree with anything that they like, you automatically call them this, that, and that. Same with football. If you don't agree with someone takes, you automatically trash them. You tell them they stupid. But to be honest, you're the dumb one, because if you knew that, you wouldn't be so angry. So what do? We insult people because we don't have no filter, and we don't have no common sense on saying, you know what? I don't respect. But since you're an Eagle fan, we're all here to win. Listen, it's okay. How many people I've gotten disagreements with anybody? I've gotten disagreement with a lot of Eagle fans. I don't curse them out. I say I disagree with you, and we move on. That's a football conversation. This ain't a football conversation. You gain up on me. That's what it is. It's called getting up on EC1. They were looking for EC1 the whole time. I pop on the channel. Let's get this motherfucker white boy. You know what I'm saying? They were looking for me. Oh, he's coming up on the channel? Bet. You know what I'm saying? They were looking for me. They hate EC1. They thrive on trying to make my life a living hell. See, they don't know that at the end, they're going to have to look this up in the mirror. Because I'm going to use this. Because if we do lose Super Bowl because of that defense going in it, like my guy, what is it? What's that movie with he's like, I'm putting all them tags on your bitch ass. I'm coming after every one of y'all. So cool, you got. But again, you're wrong. He didn't make adjustments unless he really, really, really is forced to. And by then, you're giving up way too many yards already. And it's pretty much too late. You adjust when you see a problem. You don't wait to adjust. And we wait to adjust when it's too late. We don't adjust immediately. You know what I'm saying? Dak has time to throw the ball, and cornerbacks were off. Yeah, exactly. I saw Eli Ricks off the ball, and I saw Slay and Bradbury pressed up. I saw on 3rd and 3, they were lining up 5 yards off the ball. Why? Why, if you press up on them, you get off the field? Which, by the way, that led into a touchdown. If you press up on them, you're not giving up a first down. And you get the ball back. And they don't score. The truth. Whether they like it or not, if you press on Dak Prescott's receiver, someone's going to beat you. That happens. But you're not going to give up a lot of explosive plays. You're going to get beaten once in a while. That's a brand of football. And I get if he was pressing up on him and killing him, but he wasn't doing that. He was letting guys sit back. He was playing 15 yards off the ball. He was telling his corners to play 15 yards off the ball. That's why Slade went to decide and say, look, give me CeeDee Lamb. I'm tired of this shit. because he sees the problem. He's not going to tell anybody he sees the problem, but he went to Sean Desai and said, I need CeeDee Lamb on him. If he's in the slot, let me be in the slot. So there was a problem. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want to hear me. Not to mention Dak Prescott kept on. Yeah, exactly. He had all day to throw.
Asked Jonathan Gannon to play man defense.
Many times. He never did it.
Okay, now last night, how many times did Brian Johnson adjust and put Eli Ricks in man coverage and he got murdered? Him and Sidney Brown, bro. Who did that?
But if you know that, then why are you not changing it up? Take him out.
Help.
See, and that's a problem, man. He said he don't have the help. What do you mean he don't have the help? He does have the help. If your starters are out, you put a different coverage over the top to help them out, like a safety. Or you just to what the guys are good at. What do you mean? Okay, he doesn't have the help. Okay, let's say that. Then put a safety over top of him, so he doesn't have to worry about getting beat. If you got two rookie corners, rookie safeties out there, then give them some help. What is the problem with the common sense lately? We're so used to making excuses for guys who get paid millions of dollars to be defense coordinator, and yet we treat them like they're rookies. We treat them like they never been a defense coordinator in a lifetime. Sean Desai has been in the league longer than Brian Johnson. And yet he still don't know how to call a game plan? So you're telling me, okay, he don't have the help. Then put a safety over top of him. Change up the coverage. Change up the scheme. Blitz maybe. Send some heat. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, man. I'm back. That would be bad. You know what I'm saying? Because we're having a conversation right here. You know what I'm saying? Change up the scheme. If we don't have the help, then change up the scheme. Why is it so hard? If your linebackers are not doing well, you change up the scheme. If your cornerbacks are not as healthy as you want, because listen, you're not going to have every player healthy. You're not. Guys are going to go down. Change up the scheme. Why is it so hard? If I could see that, why can't they not see that? Why can't these Eagles YouTubers have millions of subscribers not see that? Change up the scheme. Put a safety over top a young corner to help him out. Other defense corners have done it. Why can't Sean Desai not do it? You're making excuses for him. See, we love to do is we want to make excuses. We don't want to see the problem, so we want to shut the blinds down. We want to shut the blinds. And we want to open things up that we don't want to see. And that's what we don't want to see is the flaws in the scheme. Put it safety over top the young corner. If Eli Ricks is struggling and I'm a defense corner, I'm sending Kevin Byard to help young rookie corner Eli Ricks. If Sidney Brown is struggling, I'm sending someone else to help him out. Or I'm changing up the scheme. Why are we making excuses of, well, he don't have help? So, change it up. Let me know if I'm I'm wrong. Because I don't understand the logic with some equal contributors. If you know something don't work, change it up. You got the players to play different. Listen, we brought Sean aside to play a little more of different positions, of different coverages. Play more man to man. Play more press. Cover high. Do something instead of playing that soft ass zone defense every single time, because it doesn't work. You're giving quarterbacks easy throws. So instead of sitting there and making excuses talking about he don't have the players, then help the young players out that are struggling. Or tell Howie to go get more players for him. Sean Desai can't go to Howie Roseman and say, hey, Howie, I know it's too late, man, but can you see if you can pick me up a free agent corner and help me out? You know what I'm saying? Or should at the trade deadline, you should have been asking Howie Roseman to go get you a fucking corner. But you didn't do that. Maybe that's why Howie Roseman did trade the defensive end to go get a corner. But listen, you got to deal with what you got to deal with. You got the players somewhat. Make it work. He's supposed to be a genius defensive coordinator, right? That's what everybody told me. It sounded like the players are making him genius. It sounded like the players, like John DeGannon, are making him better. And that's a problem, because the teacher got to teach these players, not the other way around. If you're not a teacher, you can't teach these players. A teacher got to teach these players how to play. When you got young players in the game, or you got rookies or guys that are just coming in, you got to get them adjusted. And you got to make them as comfortable as possible. And we don't do that. We'd rather have Eli Ricks go one-on-one with a star receiver and get him cooked. And then we say, oh, you don't have anybody else. Well, then do something. Help him out. Instead of making an excuse for Sean Desai, then explain to me, why don't we do anything to help him out? Put a cover of safety over top of the young corner. Bam. I just solved your problem. And yet I don't have 1,000 subscribers like y'all do. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like, but we got 8 people watching. We got haters always here watching. They peeping. They want to see what I'm up to. Yeah, I'm exposing y'all. You know what I'm saying? You want to go in there, you want to expose me? That's fine. I don't mind you exposing me. After the stream, you could come back and you could try to expose me. I don't care. But don't sit there and say Sean Desai don't have help. That is BS. Yes, he's dealing with injuries. Every team is dealing with injuries. Not everybody for 17 games is going to be healthy. You got to make it work. Or you got to go. Your job as a defense coordinator is to find things that are going to help this football team win. And you got to find players that are going to be in the right positions, and you got to put them in the right positions to succeed. And you're not doing that. You're leaving guys fail. Yeah, if you press them, they could throw a slant. Yeah, I mean, if you play zone defense, you're giving them easy throws. I mean, listen, you're going to get burned. They're going to give up plays. But I'd rather you play man-to-man. Okay, you play press. And it don't work. Play man-to-man then. Play cover too high. Do something. Stop playing the exact same defense. If you know, okay, Dak Prescott kills you in zone coverage. He kills you in press. Change it up. I would have played man-to-man against him now. All right, let's see if you tear this up now. I would have mixed it up. Do a little bit of blitz, man-to-man. Confuse him. I would love to be a defense coordinator in this league, man. Because I'm telling you, I would not have no excuses with this team, man. Some of these defense corners overthink things when it really isn't that. You know what I'm saying?
He came into a season thinking Avonte Maddox was the slot. Then a few weeks ago, he got a veteran in Bradley Roby where he thought he could execute his scheme. You need great coverage in this scheme, bro. You cannot have any weakness in the secondary. And right now, we have a big weakness at slot, and everybody is motioning their best players to slot. That's how we are getting beat. Terry McLaurin, Tyreek Hill, Garrett Wilson, all them boys cooked us in the slot, bro. It's hard when you have a dude in Eli Ricks.
See, I hear a lot of excuses. Okay, if they're cooking you in a slot, then put Darius Slay on them. There you go. There's the problem solved right there. Put a safety over top of the corner. See, this guy right here want to throw excuses out. And see, I'm not with that. That's why we don't get along, really. That's why we don't have a podcast together. That's why he's with another guy. Because they think alike. There's certain people who don't gel well. And me, I don't go with the excuses. If you know, okay, they're cooking you in a slide, put your best player on him. And that is big play Slay. You paid Darius Slay to be on him. Put him on there. Let him be man. Let him play man to man against that receiver. Tight coverage against him. We don't do that. So don't tell me that these guys have nothing right. No, the problem is we don't put our best corner on their receiver. We keep trying to put Bradbury in the goddamn slot, or we put Eli Ricks in the goddamn slot, and it don't work. Let him be on a number one receiver and let him follow him. He goes to the bathroom, Slay, follow him to the bathroom. He goes to the down the street to get a hoagie. You follow him down to wherever he goes. I want my corner to be just with him. I don't understand people's logic. It doesn't make sense to me how you have a podcast and yet you don't know what you're talking about. You don't. If the guy's killing you in the slot, you put Slay on him and you let him be man-to-man on him. You put him on tight coverage and you make sure Slay go lock him down. We paid you top money. At least I know my number one corner is on him. That's all I want to say. At least my corner, my number one corner that I paid so much to leave CJ Garner-Johnson walk, that I fought to get him back, is on him. If he gets burnt, then that's on Slay. But at least you know he's on him. We don't do that. I see Slay 15 yards off the ball, or I see him backing off. Why? Why? What's the logic? You know what I'm saying? If the Eagles didn't burn the clock out in the third quarter, they probably would have dropped 4. Exactly, man. The side fan. They the side fans. And see, it's okay to be the side fan. But when you're delusional and you yell over top of me, because listen, I'm not going to win against these other guys. See, they're not going to allow me to take over their channel. They're going to say what they want to say, and they're going to mute anybody who goes against them because they think that you're supposed to be a good boy and sit down and let the grown man talk. That's their lie. They think that because I'm not big as them or because they own a podcast that they get to do whatever they want. And if you say anything against what they believe, you're done. X on you. You're finished. That's what it is. They don't like hearing other people's opinions. If it's not what they want to hear, you're done. You're over. You're finito. You might as well just hang up the phone and go back to your little world. You might as well exit off the video chat or the StreamYard and just go about your day. You know what I'm saying? They probably was Gaining fans. Yeah, most of them were Gaining fans, actually. They were Gaining fans. That's why I don't see anything wrong with it.
Who does not play slot, has never played slot, playing slot. He should be outside.
How many yards are your secondaries giving up? How many secondaries how many times are secondary getting burned?
Can I ask?
Bro, it don't even matter. Let me say this.
It don't matter. Oh my God. I asked them how many times a second to get burned. Oh, it don't matter. Hold on. Let me put my face in the camera. And you know football. Go ahead and just retire, man. It don't matter, I guess, right? As long as we get the W, it don't matter. And no, secondary is just fine. I don't care if they get burnt. It don't matter. You got to be serious, man. And yet they have a podcast that people tune into. For that shit to come out your mouth, my God, get some help. That guy said it don't matter. My main question: why these corners 50? Exactly, but they don't want to talk about it. He said it don't matter. Yes, it does. It does matter. It explains why your corners are getting torched. It does matter. It's like, are we okay over here? What do you mean it don't matter? How can you say that? It don't matter. It does matter. You're giving them way too much freedom to quarterbacks who shouldn't have that much freedom to scan around the field and throw easy passes. These quarterbacks are killing your secondary. And you said it don't matter. It don't matter. Guys, it don't matter, man. We're 8-1. Feel good. Come on, man. This got to be the dumbest thing I ever heard, man. It don't matter. It don't matter. So what matters anymore, huh? We're just going to wash it away until we have to really face it? Giving them way too much. Exactly, man.
It don't matter. Let me tell you why.
Good vibing. Y'all came up on here on Victory Goddamn Monday.
See, Miss Positive don't want to talk about it. See, she wants to overtalk people. Victory Goddamn Monday. Well, Victory Goddamn Monday. It's great and fine to be Victory Goddamn Monday, but there's things that we got to talk about. And see, when you're not real with yourself, when you're a bunch of malarkey and bullcrap, and you realize that you think you're hot and shit because you're pretty and you're really, be honest, people watch you because you're a female. And it's no disrespect to you, right? You do whatever you want, but you really get a lot of views because you're a female who's you know, come on. You get a lot of views because you're a black African-American female who talks about the Eagles. That's why you get a lot of views. Because you're a female who has a football channel. The same why She Got Sports has a lot. That's why. And I didn't even really want to say that, but now I'm going to say that. You get views because you're a black African female. Or a black female. I'm just going to call her a black female. Who makes an Eagles channel. That's why you're on a podcast. Say it's not. And you want to be Mrs. Positive. You're not even from Philadelphia. You're from Atlanta. Okay? I'm in Levittown, PA. That's a literally hour away from Philadelphia. You're from Atlanta. This dude up here is from Florida. This dude down here is from Baltimore. You telling me those three should know more football than me? Get the fuck out of here, man. You three are not even from here. And yet you telling me how to do it. And listen, I respect you more, but you're telling me it's Victory Monday. Yes, it's Victory Monday. But it doesn't matter. This secondary, it's killing us, man. And listen, the dreaded Eagles not from here. But listen, he at least he's real. You know what I'm saying? At least he's real. He doesn't sugarcoat shit. If there's something wrong, I'll be watching his streams. He tells you how it is. You can be real and you can be happy. But when you're lying to your views, I have an issue with that. Hold on, Smithy. Hold on, Weezy, Jetty. I'm gonna send you the link, dude. Hold on, let me drop the link. I know he wants to come up now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he telling me the second, it don't matter how many points we give up in the second. Yes, it does. Because Dak Prescott should not be doing damage against us, man. He shouldn't be doing nothing that he did against us this Sunday. It's embarrassing to watch. It's embarrassing. You want to scream at top, but you don't listen to people, man. look how she sounds, man. It's embarrassing, dude.
Victory! Y'all crying.
Victory ain't gonna help us win the Super Bowl when we're down because the team's carving up our secondary.
Boys,
The same thing when we said about Jalen Gainer last year. Until we play Mahomes. And see, she likes to overtalk people and be toxic. See, I'm trying to tell her it doesn't mean nothing because we were all that until we went to the Super Bowl last year. What happens when you play a guy in the Super Bowl who sees your defense weaknesses? Or you go to the playoffs? You're not going to last in the playoffs like that. But you want to scream it over the top of your lungs because you think you're hot and shit and you're a female. And let's be real, that's the only reason why you win a lot of subscribers. You're a black female who has a channel. It's no disrespect because there's a lot of black females who have channels. And they know football. I know a lot of black females who know football. Just like I know a lot of white women who know football. But you don't. You think you do, but you don't. And that's the sad part about it. You want to cry, you want to scream over the top of me and say it don't matter. It does matter. This secondary it's plain horrendous. And it's great to be Victory Monday. Yay! But there's things that are concerning about this team. Since the offense is picked up, this defense is not picked up. We can't have both. We can't have a good defense. We can't have a good offense. It got to be a good offense or bad defense. We can't have both. You got to pick one. Either Jalen Hurts has a great day or the defense has a great day. The tight end plays that this rule short. Brandon Cooks was wide open, right side. Both defensive backs got confused in the coverage. That was game winner. Yeah, exactly. And Dak Prescott missed a lot of throws, man. Hey, Weezy the Jetty Eagle, I send you the link, man. Come in if you want to talk, bro. The link is open for anybody. I'm just reacting because, listen, I needed something to talk about, man. It's the bye. I'm hoping by the bye we get a better coverage of Sean Asai. He adjusts more. And listen, just play more man-to-man. Go back to what you did with the Dolphins. And keep doing that. We looked more of elite defense doing that than we play zone. Have you noticed that? When I watched us, and I was with my friend Andy. I don't know if he's watching. But I was with my friend Andy. And we were watching the game. And I was watching the man-to-man. And it was beautiful. I love the defense that way. That's how a defense is supposed to be playing. Not this soft-ass fucking zone. Whoever created that should be slapped in the fucking face, man. Because I hate that dude ever created that defense, man. It doesn't work. Go back to aggressive style. That fits Philadelphia. Playing man-to-man. Playing aggressive. Blitzing. Showing that you don't give a damn about another offense. That is a good defense. Sitting back and leaving quarterbacks dink and donk over you. And you got fans telling me we don't care about our secondary. We don't care how many secondary gives up yardage. And that's why I'm here on my podcast showing everybody in the world who watch me or don't that these people don't know what they're talking about. They talk like they know what they talk about, but they don't. And they get on these podcasts with a group of friends, just like they're going on the Twitter circle, and they talk out their ass with no common sense. They say they know common sense, but they don't. Because if you knew that, you'd be green just like me. Or you wouldn't agree with me, but you wouldn't be talking over me. And if you didn't want to hear me, you should have just muted me off the podcast and got rid of me. That way you can have yourself talking. You know what I'm saying? I bet you they would be bashing the side defense and dropped 40 points on us again. Yeah, well, you know. Hey, listen. You know, when you got Jalen Hurts in this game, and you got this offense doing well, it's hard to score 40 points on us. And listen, this defense wasn't like god awful, but they weren't great. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Dak Prescott didn't score 40 points because we weren't bad defense, but we weren't to what we were supposed to be. I expected this year to be better than what I saw last year. That's why I picked the Eagles to go 15-2 this year. Because I saw this Steve scoring and I said, you know what? Maybe he didn't have enough as a defense corner. Maybe, just maybe, this Eagles team will look at Jonathan Gannon's mistake and hire a guy that plays more aggressive. Nope. I was wrong. The guy is similar to Jonathan Gannon, just plays a little bit more aggressive man-to-man. Just a little tiny bit. Tiny bit. You ever go to the medicine cabinet and you have the, you know, the old days where they had the little spoon and they take like a little spoonful of medicine where you had to get better? That's what Sean Desai plays. He plays that little drop of medicine of aggressive defense, but not as much to affect a person or a quarterback, this game or rhythm. And Dak Prescott wasn't affected at all. You made no adjustments to stop him. You were worried about CeeDee Lamb, but you gave him yardage. You didn't worry about Tolbert. You didn't worry about Cooks. You didn't worry about all these other guys. You let CeeDee Lamb be your if factor, and not the fact that Dak Prescott had weapons. And your game plan should have been going into the game will stop his weapons from killing y'all. I need to do who don't respect quarter. Exactly, man. That's what I want. I want a defense coordinator who respects, who don't respect quarterbacks, man. But see, when he said that, he said, "But we don't play that anymore. That's old times." No, it's new times too. That's why I love Dan Quinn's defense, man. Because the defense coordinator is pretty good. He's a good defense coordinator. He just don't have the right players to play in his scheme. But they're a good defense. They have a great defense. I want a defense coordinator like that. You know why Dak Prescott's winning all these games? Because his defense is helping him. And just imagine if we had that defense with this offense. I don't think anybody could beat us, honestly. Just saying. Exactly. I agree with that. I don't fuck with Simone because she talks.
Let me say something real quick. You know I'm not complaining.
Good 2 weeks. We supposed to be celebrating. Y'all acting like we
I'm
just lost to little boys. What's the
I'm sorry we beat the Cowboys, but I'm worried about this defense. This defense
I'm trying to let y'all know. No, it's not. No, it is not. Let me say something. No, it's not.
Okay.
Come on, bro. Let me talk, bro.
Right.
I was about to say, all right.
let me talk, bro. While y'all cutting me off. They should have said, EC1, shut up, don't ever talk again. Let me talk for through the whole live stream. You know what I'm saying? I can't get my word out without someone saying, let me talk, man. Let me talk. You've been talking all day. So pathetic, man. These guys don't know shit.
So,
except run Trey Rock.
Sean Desai is getting held back. Sean Desai has been on multiple defenses, and he had the number one defense on multiple teams. I am sorry to tell you that Nick Sirianni has something to say about this pass coverage. This defensive line is getting there, but also
And you see, right there is where I run into problems with some Eagle fans. Because, number one, Nick Sirianni, he doesn't control the defense coordinator. Okay? Sean Desai, if he didn't have any control, would not play press man against the Miami Dolphins. Because if Nick Sirianni loved this zone defense, he wouldn't give a damn about playing press against the Dolphins. That is an excuse right there. Tell me that my head coach, yeah, you think Nick Sirianni likes this kind of defense? I know he don't. There ain't no way in hell is he likes that kind of defense. The front office likes this defense because they had relationships in the building with Vic Fangio. Not Nick Sirianni. Yes, Smithy, cool dude. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. He pissed me off, man. You know what I'm saying? I was going to go on his podcast to talk to him. Oh, don't bring him on here, man. He over talks people. He's this and that. I'm like, all right, cool. I don't like the backstabbing, right? If you are going to help someone out, because I helped him with his logo, you don't want to mention that, but I got messages of him asking me, hey, can you help me with a video? Sure, I got you. Because I'm always going to try to put guys, YouTubers, and try to make them as best as they can be, right? When a new Eagles YouTuber wants their channel and they want me to help them out, I will do that because I'm not selfish and I don't ask for anything back. I did this with Bird Game 31. I helped him out. And he's respectful to me. But this guy is not. He goes on, he talks, he goes on my Twitter DMs. First of all, he mutes me on the Twitter circle. He goes on my DMs in Twitter and says that, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. When I said Jalen Carter is the best defensive tackle on his football team. At the time he was. And I think he still is. Oh, that's your opinion. It's like if you don't agree with him, he gets angry with you. You can't have a different opinion in it. And I did shows with him. But it's saying like when he got bigger, as he got bigger with his subscribers, he started not fucking with me. It's like he had a problem with me something. I don't know what I did to him. He don't like my opinions. He thinks I don't know football. That's fine. But there's a level of respect that I will at least want you to have with me. And he doesn't have that. And that's the problem with him. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have respect for me. When I did shows with him, podcasts with him, before he hanged Clyde with King DV Sports, who blocked me on Twitter. Because he told me that Nakobe Dean, well, we didn't get rid of Brandon Graham when he's a first rounder. When Nakobe Dean's not a first rounder, he's a third rounder. Nakobe Dean is not going to get more opportunities like Brandon Graham. Nakobe Dean is not a first round pick. So what you're saying was stupid. So he blocked me. And he feels like Nakobe Dean shouldn't get replaced. Well, let me tell you something. Next year, the Eagles are going to replace Nakobe Dean. Next year, the Eagles are drafting a linebacker next year. Not in the first round, but maybe in the second round they might. Maybe. But they're going to address a linebacker next year. I'm telling you they will. Or maybe in the trade they will. Maybe they go get Patrick Queen in free agency next year. So, I mean, you could say what you want. Nakobe Dean is injury prone. That guy can't stay healthy. That guy can't read coverages. That guy is not good enough to be on the football field. I think Nicholas Morrows beat him out for his job. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we see Dread Eagle. You can hang out with anybody you want. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't expect you to not like everybody that. Listen, you don't have to like the people I bring on. And Wizzy Dread Eagle, if you want the link, let me know, dude. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll put it out there. But let me drop the link for y'all if you want to come on and talk some football. We can talk football, Eagles. I'm just doing this because I'm bored. about. And I'm like, you know what? Let me do this, man, because it's an issue. It's an issue with a secondary, and people not going to talk about it. So, I'll be the bad guy. I'll be the bad guy. I love being a bad guy. Like the Joker and Batman, I love the Joker. My favorite characters are the villains. You know what I'm saying? I like the Joker. I like the Penguin. I like Two-Face Harvey Dent. I like Catwoman. I like Poison Ivy. I like all the villains. I didn't like Batman and Robin, but I like the Joker. So let me be the Joker. And you can be Batman. You can try to save the day. Save the Eagle fans. I like being the bad guy. Put clown face makeup on my face all day. I will embrace it. But really, to be honest, some of these guys need clown makeup on their face. Because they don't know shit about football. They think they do.
So, at the same time, you got to think about it like this. Week 1, Avonte Maddox get injured. You trying to find your slot cornerback. We trade for Bradley Roby. He come in. He start doing his thing. He get injured. Then we got to figure it out again. Because at one point, we was putting Bradbury in a slot, putting who knows what on the outside, and then God knows what was going on. And then we get Kevin Byard. As soon as we get Kevin Byard, he get put in the lineup. I'm sorry, Kevin Byard, he's been getting cooked these last 2 weeks. Kevin Byard is a way better player than what he's been putting on tape for these last 2 weeks. That is a fact. You gotta sit there. I'm sorry, but this is the NFL. These players have to play together to gel together. This is not NBA pickup. I'm sorry, this is the NFL. You have to have teammates. You have to have team chemistry. We haven't had the same secondary, not one.
This is not the NBA pickup. Who said anything about the NBA? See, this guy thinks that he must be watching the Ravens. Ain't no way you watching Eagles. You're from Baltimore. Like, dude, come on, man. He said it's not NBA pickup. Can someone tell him that this is not basketball theme? This is football theme. And there's still free agents out there you can grab. Hell, if I'm the Eagles, and I know my corners are not doing well, go get me the Cre'Von LeBlanc. He's still waiting for a call. Hello, go get him. If I know my coordinator can't get anybody healthy, go get me Cre'Von LeBlanc. Why not? You got everybody else, but not him. Why not? We're trying to win championship, right? Go get me the best players to do that. Cre'Von LeBlanc would be my guy to go after. I would go get him before the bye, and I would have him. And then when the dude who comes off injury, because listen, let me be real with you. We got Vontae Maddox who went down. Then we signed another guy who's still hurt. Who knows if he's going to get hurt again? Bradley Roby is looking like he might not even make the season. Go get me Cre'Von LeBlanc. Why not? There's cornerbacks out there that's still available. Go get one. It's an excuse, man. These guys are full of shit. They talk like they know what they're talking about. And these guys don't know shit.
Fucking game this season. What are you talking about?
So when we go to Super Bowl and we lose because of that defense, I want you to come on there and tell me that Sean Asai's defense works for us. Because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. We're gonna get the number 1 seed, and we're gonna go to the Super Bowl, and that's when we're gonna see what Sean Asai's made of. Because guess what? Let me tell you something. When we play the best, which I guarantee the Chiefs are gonna look at that secondary and they're gonna switch Chiefs' secondary, man. Travis Kelce's gonna go off. All these guys are gonna go off.
We don't even know if we're going to the Super Bowl.
You don't
We're
even know
supposed to be
who
talking
playing in the
about.
Super Bowl. Wait. You don't think we're going to the Super Bowl? So wait, you just told your whole fan base you don't think we're going to the Super Bowl? Shit. What kind of fan are you? Did she just say we don't know if we're going to the Super Bowl? So why the hell did we get all these players? Shit, we're not going to the Super Bowl. Shit. Let's just cut every free agent corner out there. There's no point in shit. We're not going to the Super Bowl, right? Okay. I see why you don't take your Canary seriously. We're not going to the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. She just said Simone Stanley, the genius black queen who's in Atlanta, just said we're not going to the Super Bowl. And these are the people you watch. I mean, it's up to you. You can like who you want. They won't be on my fucking playlist. I'd rather go listen to Paint Dry or watch Paint Dry, honestly, than watch these nincompoops talk. You just said we not. So where are we going? Hold on. Let me replay that one more time. I gotta replay that. Hold on. Let me see.
Way better player than what he's been putting on tape for these last 2 weeks. That is a fact. You gotta sit there. I'm sorry, but this is the NFL. These players have to play together to gel together. This is not NBA pickup. I'm sorry, this is the NFL. You have to have teammates. You have to have team chemistry. We haven't had the same secondary not one fucking game this season. What are you talking about?
So when we go to Super Bowl and we lose because of that defense, I want you to come on there and tell me that Sean Asai's defense works for us. Because I'm telling you what's going to happen. Hold on. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. We're going to get the number 1 seed, and we're going to go to the Super Bowl, and that's when we're going to see what Sean Asai's made of. Because guess what? Let me tell you something. When we play the best, which I guarantee the Chiefs are going to look at that secondary, and they're going to switch Chiefs' secondary, man. Travis Kelce's going to go off. All these guys are going to go off.
We don't even know if we're going to the Super Bowl.
You don't
We're
even know
supposed to be
who
talking
playing.
about.
I mean, I thought we were. But wait, I thought we were going to the Super Bowl. Y'all sound like dumbasses right now, man. You realize I'm embarrassing y'all, right? All of y'all are going to have to look at your fans and say, I didn't say that. You did say that. You just told everyone in the world, Eagle fans. And that's why you probably don't give a damn about I see some Eagle fans don't believe they're going back to the Super Bowl. That's why they don't care about the secondary getting torched. Like I do. Like Hayden does. Like Joey Shakes does. Like 500 does. Because they don't want to go back to the Super Bowl. That's what it is. They don't think they're going back to the Super Bowl. That's why they don't care. Because if you did care, you would so much worry about that secondary like I do. You don't care about going back to Super Bowl. Isn't that what she just said? You don't even know who we're playing. You don't even know we're going back to the Super Bowl. Isn't that a goal? So what are we playing for? I guess we're the Dallas Cowboys, right? We're going to play for just the division round and go home, right? Or are we just going to win a division? Just say, no, let them take it. We're just going to lose games on purpose, right? We're not going to win the Super Bowl, right? These are the people y'all listen to. Y'all out there who listen to these people to get knowledge, to get information for enjoyment. Your kids, your granddad, everybody who listens to these kind of people, it's why Eagle fans these days are stupid. Because they get knowledge from these dumbasses who clearly don't know what the hell they talking about. They get on a group of a podcast or a Twitter circle and they do this without any context in their brain of what they're talking about. Your so-called favorite subscriber just said out her mouth, we don't even know we're going to the Super Bowl. Well, what the hell are we going to go back to? What the hell do you think we should go to then? What, you satisfied just because we're 8-1? These are the people you listen to. And you can listen to anybody you want. I can't control that. All I'm going to tell you is more power to you, because I won't be listening to them. They talk like idiots. They talk like they're experts, but really they're idiots. That's why I don't go to the bars. You don't see me in bars with Eagle fans. I might go one against with the Chiefs, but I ain't gonna say nothing to them because they're idiots. They think they know football when they don't. They say that I don't know football, but check, those two just came out their mouth and said we don't even know we're going back to the Super Bowl. Where are we going to then? Why did we get all these players if our goal is not to get to a Super Bowl? That's why you don't care about the secondary and how bad it is, huh? Because you don't have any expectations for this team. And that's sad. See, I do, Hine does, Joey Shakes does, 500 does, Lord Bronson does. All these guys have expectations. Y'all don't. That's why Simone was so upset when the Jets beat us. She didn't even know what to say. I don't know we're going to beat the Miami Dolphins. These people get millions of subscribers, and yet they don't have any lick of goddamn common sense in their head. They talk like they do, but they don't. They don't. They don't. He's so mad, Lo. Who's mad? Them? Yeah, they mad. Look at them. We're going to the Super Bowl. I want to go back to the Super Bowl. I don't want to be stuck.
Monday.
It's Victory
It
Monday.
is Victory Monday, but there's some concerns about this league.
Like,
Did you
secondary
know
ain't even
that?
get to play together yet.
So because we won the game, we're not supposed to talk about the negative. Okay, all right.
Monday for a reason. Can we celebrate one goddamn day? We're 8-1, child. Y'all acting like we
8-1, and we're barely beating football teams, man. 8-1, we're still struggling with the defensive corner. 8-1.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Okay.
It's Victory Monday. Y'all stressing
We said this
out.
last year, man. We said this last year, but you know what? You can sit there. It's cool, man.
Easy one. Easy one. I love you. But remember who's
We're 8-1, child. This got to be comedy right here. This is comedy gold right here. This is comedy gold. You see why Cowboy fans go on your podcast and just rip you apart? And guys like me, they don't do that. I see why guys like Coach Cowboy and all these other Cowboy contractors love to be on your channel because you're easy lunch meat. Because they know that you're not intelligent. You just got a big platform where they could go on there and make it their show. That's why I see a bunch of Cowboy contractors on your channel now. I see why now. I say it's so easy to trigger them. Look how angry they are, man. Look at their faces. They don't like EC1 when I come in there, man. Because I don't fucking play. And see, they run around here, they say they don't care what people think of them. And they run around here, they talk about we don't care what EC1 says. But they do. It hurts them. Look how they act. If they didn't care what people think, these people wouldn't interact like the way they do. They're ready to out. They're ready to unleash. It's like they've been waiting for it. Like Birdman rubbing his hands together and say, yeah, I can't wait to punish EC1 on this channel, or I can't wait to punish him on my channel. You know what I'm saying? I just come in there sometimes to troll. You know what I'm saying? They talk a big game. But these people don't know what they're talking about. These people have so many subscribers. And I feel bad for them. Because their subscribers are getting bull hunk. I'm not the biggest YouTuber. I'm not saying I'm better than everybody else. But I know when I watch my games, I know exactly what I'm talking about. They watch the stats. They watch the games. But they don't watch it all the way. They don't observe the TV. They look at the stats. They look at the phone. They're on live stream collabing with each other. And I'm watching the games. And I'm seeing the problems. And they don't see. They have these sunglasses on. Like they got the Stevie Wonder sunglasses on. And he said, what defense? What bad defense? What bad secondary? Huh? What do you mean slave? What do you mean? They don't care because they don't have expectations. You see, I want to get back to Super Bowl and win it. They don't care about that. You just heard her out of her mouth. How do you know we're going back to a Super Bowl? You just heard out their mouth. We don't even know who we're going to play in the Super Bowl. Well, you should have an idea who we're going to play. By week 8, we should know exactly who we're playing. And I'm going to give you a hint. We're playing them next week. We're playing them next week. You shouldn't have to learn that right now. You should already know that. You know damn well we're going back to Super Bowl. We're probably playing the Kansas City Chiefs again. Because I don't see how the Kansas City doesn't make it. I don't think Joe Burrow is making it. I don't think the Bills are making it. I don't think the Dolphins. So who does that leave out? I'm just wondering. Yeah, y'all talk a big game, and you talk about you want people to collab with you. You subscribe. I see why dumb idiots like Cowboy fans, content creators, big, huge Cowboy content creators collab with you because they can kill y'all in your own stupidity. With me and where you're hiding, they can't do that. With guys like Joey Shake 72, they can't do that. With Lord Bronson, they can't do that. They could do that with y'all. VG31, they don't do that. JC Eagle, they don't do that. They do it with y'all. Because y'all don't know lick of shit. And you think you do, but you don't. That's why they get on your platform and they embarrass the crap out of y'all. It's just the truth. The truth hurts.
So this is one Trey Rock, you first, then Smitty, then we'll go to Stu because he got the look on the face. Okay? Okay.
Go ahead.
Jeez.
Y'all can just go to Stu after me.
All right.
Just let Trey go.
Yeah,
ahead, Trey.
I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and Smith.
And this guy, Stu Vision, is always over talking people. Don't let people finish. He's like the peanut gallery in the goddamn room. You know, he's like that side chick. He's like that, you know, your girlfriend who has the side girl go with him when you're on a date. You have to bring the other side chick with him. That's Stu Vision. He always has to be intervened in the conversation. If you talking to any of these guys, Stu got to be in the way. He's like that girl that said, I don't know. He doesn't know what he's talking. Nah, we don't want to talk. You got to talk to us. That's him. Always interrupting. Always talking over people. Because he's 63 years old. He talks over people. Just like you're going to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Josiah Scott, sorry, Josiah Scott is fucking garbage, man. That guy's, I didn't even know why we brought him back, man. That guy's horrendous. The scheme is the reason why Byron is exactly, man. Fucking exactly.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna be screaming over people. So, bro, we crying about shit that ain't even happened yet. That's the crazy part to me. Like, we crying about, this dude said we're gonna get to the Super Bowl and we're gonna get carved up because of Sean Desai. Bro, we 10 weeks, like 10, 11 weeks away from the Super Bowl.
We're going to get carved in the Super Bowl because, again, last year, y'all said the same thing about Gannon. There's no issues with the defense. The defense is going to be fine. You're overreacting, EC1. You're overreacting. All these other consequences. I had coworkers tell me Jonathan Gannon's great defense coordinator. And we do know who we're playing. Because unless the Bengals start playing better, they're not beating the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs are front runners to get home field advantage. The Kansas City Chiefs are going to be the number 1 seed. I'm telling you right now, they're going to be the number 1 seed in the AFC. The Eagles will get the number 1 seed. We will see Kansas City again in the Super Bowl. Mark my words. We will see Patrick Mahomes again. You already know what's going to happen. Week 8, you already know who you're going to be playing in the Super Bowl. It doesn't take a rocket science. Exactly, Jaden, Chris. Exactly. Perfect. If we want to win the Super Bowl, our defense cannot be getting burnt just the way it has to be. Exactly. Our defense is not playing Super Bowl category. They're not playing well. They're not playing Super Bowl potential. They're not even playing decent. They're playing just to get a win. They're not playing over the top. They're not playing like they want. They don't look hungry enough. This defense don't look hungry. The coaches don't look hungry. The players, other than the offense, look hungry, but the defense don't look hungry. They look like they ate. You can't play like that against great teams. And next week, you got Mahomes. We're going to see what this defense made of because we struggled with him last year. It would not surprise me Mahomes goes over for 300 to 400 passing yards, 4 TDs, and Kelsey breaks the tight end record for somehow, some way. A new tight end record, and he passes someone. Wouldn't it surprise me if he passed for over 500 yards against our secondary? Swiss cheese our secondary, because we don't adjust. I'm hoping we adjust. But you know what these idiots will do? These guys over here, they'll sit there and they'll talk about this defense isn't the problem. The scheme ain't the problem. It's okay, C1. We just lost to a better football team. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. Because we shouldn't be worrying about our defense. We really should be worried about our offense. We came into the season thinking this offense was going to be the problem the whole season. And the offense coordinator gotten better. The defense coordinator has not. It has not. After the Miami Dolphins game, what do we do? We go right back to where we started from. Playing a zone deep. Why didn't we continue playing the exact same defense? I would have kept playing it. Until they found a way to stop or until they found a way to carve up that man-to-man defense, I would have kept on playing it. Jaya Lion. Unless we score 45 to 50 points, we ain't winning the Super Bowl. This defense game is trying. Exactly. Thank you. Hit that like button, by the way, guys. Appreciate you for coming on, man. Am I the only one feeling this? I know Joey Shakes talked about this. He feels the exact same way. Why is it they don't go after him? Because they know damn well if they go after him, that won't work out well for them. So they'll pick on the little guy. And that's me. So, they get on this podcast, man. And they talk highly, but they don't know shit. Joey Shakes said the exact same thing yesterday. You can't keep on playing the way you do. Whether you have injuries or not, it's not an excuse. If you know you have rookies out there, put a safety over top. Change up the coverage. Change up the scheme. We don't do none of that. And when we do it, it works. So keep doing it. Why do you go back to the same ways that got you in the gym in the first place? I could never understand it. And I don't understand how fans can defend it. But you know what? They're allowed to have their opinion. But I'm allowed my opinion too. I think they're morons. And I think that they think they know football when they don't. That's my opinion. I'm allowed to have that, right?
Like, come on. People grow, people evolve over the years. Like, but we didn't lose a game yet because of the defense. So I'm trying to understand what you.
We lost the Jets game because we allowed Zach Wilson to sit there and complete a pass over and over again. What are you talking about? Yeah, he didn't score into the last minute. He didn't score because Zach Wilson's garbage. But we made him look like a elite quarterback. See, this is denial. This first stage of denial. There's 4 stages of denial. First stage is saying there's nothing wrong with it. Second stage is you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, you're an idiot. You don't know football. Third denial is when you really, really have no answer. Fourth stage of denial is when you are completely lost of words. We're only in second stage of denial. During denial. And see, instead of waking up and smell the coffee, smell the roses, smell the peanut, whatever you want to smell in the morning, bacon on the grill, scrambled eggs on the pan as you cook your morning breakfast, whatever you want to smell to get yourself in the morning, get yourself ready, go to the gym, do something to get yourself up because this defense hasn't woken up. And we're only at week 8 and we're still talking about the exact same shit that we've been discussing since last year. We had a problem with Jonathan Gannon because what was the reason? Because his scheme did not fit what the players were doing. And our cornerbacks are worse than last year. At least last year, our corners were getting picks. This year, they're not doing that. That's just the truth. Crazy how Simone quick to bash. Oh, yeah, I mean, she's a talking head. She has a loud voice. I don't have that screechy loud voice. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? You're never going to win over a female's voice, man. Once they scream, it's like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? Someone needs to get earplugs when she screams because she has a loud mouth. This is the way it is. But that's not how you talk to people. And she don't talk to people with respect. She wants to hear herself talk. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. Why she ain't defend the offense beginning of the season? Oh, they did that. They did that. But listen, the offense coordinator I had a problem with too. But you know what? He's gotten better. Where Sean Desai as a defense coordinator hasn't. They say, well, in the beginning of the season, he did great. Not really. We were giving Kirk Cousins. How many yards did Kirk Cousins have? How many yards have Sam Howell have? How many yards had Mac Jones have? Mac Jones looked like Tom Brady out there. The first game, we gave it a while. Okay. Every quarterback that has played us has gone over for 400 yards passing-wise on us. Has completed records, breaking records. Passed someone in the record books. And yet we don't see a problem with that. Philly 536 is that I know. That's why they're smart. That's why they are intelligent. That's why I watched them. That's why people watch them. You know what I'm saying? People gonna watch what they want to watch, man. You know what I'm saying? People gonna watch what they're gonna want to watch what they want to watch, man. You know, they might not want to watch me because I'm always negative. I'm not negative. I'm negative when I have to be. And I'm brutally honest with my fans. And that's something that some people don't have. You know what I'm saying? For real, Jaden, that's why I watch them. Exactly. Because they're honest. And they don't sugarcoat shit. I watch Lord Bronson because he's honest. I watch Joey Shakes because he's honest. I watch 500 because he's honest. I watch Joe Castro, Philly to Talk podcast because he's honest. I watch Bird Game 31 because he's honest. Yeah, he'll hype his team, but he's honest. Same with JC Eagle. My guy Philly Halftime, I watch him because he's honest. These other guys ain't honest. And he lied to their fans. They get all these subscribers. And they have nobody who will actually call them out. Because they're afraid of getting them irritated. Or they're afraid of the backlash. I'm not. I could give a damn. By the way, Desi Eagle 90, I watch him because he's honest. I don't want to forget about him. Little subscriber. Been a subscriber for day one of him. I watch Where You Hiding because he's honest. I watch sometimes school Kid Connor because he's honest. Not this time though, but usually he's honest. You got to be honest with your fans. And yes, the truth might hurt, but you know what they say? The truth might hurt, but it sets you free. Set the fans free. Let them know that not everything is peachy and cream. And these fans want to make it peachy and cream. That's why they got all these guys up here. Because they want to make everything peachy and cream. The defense playing well. Defense corner just fine. Peachy and cream. Nothing wrong with this defense. You just delusional. You're an idiot. You don't know football. You're a fucking moron. You're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking retard. All these name calling. Yet they can't tell you why quarterbacks every game has ripped us a new one. They know football. Yes, they do. You know what I'm saying? Like we said, the defense can't keep playing with our food. Like Sam Howell, we just got exactly. But you say that over there, they won't watch. Why do you think they don't read all these comments? They read certain comments. They won't read mine. They won't read Bobby Murphy's. They won't read my guy. He's one of my subscribers, but they think it's me, but it's not. They will read one of my guys. What's his name? What's his name? Forget where he's at. But anyway, yeah, they won't read his. They'll read the idiots who agree with them, the talking heads, the peanut galleries, the guys that don't think for themselves and need someone to think for them. They'll agree with those guys. Because unless you have opinion of your own, unless you really watch the games, you're gonna always talk. You're always gonna be listening to them. That's why a lot of them don't have channels. Also, I forgot my guy. Eagles Playbook. You don't talk about it. I watch him because he's honest. You know what I mean? The guys that I really support, that I rock with, Weezy Dready Eagle, I watch because he's honest. And he don't make a lot of content, but he's honest with his live streams. And I watch him when I can. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And people got a problem with that. Well. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to tell the truth. A lot of people want to be here because they want to be liked. I don't give a rat's if you like me, you hate me, you fucking think I'm ugly, you think I don't give a damn. That's up for you to decide. You can watch whatever you want to watch. If you want to dislike the button, you like the button, you hate me, you hate my guts, you want to punch me in the face, you want to kick my ass, you want to do all that. I don't care what you think. I'ma always tell you what you want to hear and not what you, I'm always going to tell you what you need to hear than what you want to hear. They're going to tell you what you want to hear. Nothing wrong with the defense. Really? Nothing wrong with the secondary. Really? We're fine, Easy, when you overreacted. Really? I'm going to tell you this secondary is playing like ass. This defensive corner is playing soft. You got to play more aggressive. Play more man. Have help over the top. These guys ain't going to tell you that. That's why they got all these fans up here. Guys who think they know football when they don't. They're going to look at me different, but they ain't going to look at guys like that different. And it's cool. I don't care what people think, honestly. I love the trolls. I love the feedback, whether it's negative or positive. I always comment down below what I think. These guys will hide comments. They'll block you. They'll time you. They'll kick you off. They'll block you off Twitter. They soft. They soft. And it shows it. Zach Wilson, Mac Jones can out scheme. Yeah, Zach. Yeah. Mac Jones, Zach Wilson had a career day against us. But you know why they weren't talking about it? Because he didn't score really. But yet they gave up a lot of yards off the ground. I don't even think we could have stopped the running game against the Cowboys. How many times do you see Pollard gashes? That was supposed to be one of our strengths. And we're not seeing that. This is I think the third week we have given up a lot of yards in the run. How many yards did Pollard get? Hold on, let me see what Pollard got. So Tony Pollard had 12 attempts for 51 yards, 4.2. So he was almost near what he had against the Rams. It's still a lot to give up. You know what I'm saying? Got these trash quarterbacks playing like elite. Exactly, man. And Dak Prescott's not really elite. We just make him elite. The 49ers had no problem stopping him. It's amazing. I don't know why you wouldn't copy off the 49ers playbook and do what they were doing. You didn't even do that. We never look at another team and say, oh, I like that play. Let's do that. We never do that. And I don't understand why. Why not do what other teams are doing? Let's copy off the blueprint of what other teams are doing, and let's try that on that same team that we're playing. Reverse it. Like the Bills game, I would copy the blueprint that the Bills did against the Commanders, not once but twice. I would have copied the exact same defense that the Bills did to the Commanders against Sam Howell that week I was playing them. The Jets game, I would have copied the Dallas Cowboys, the Dallas Cowboys defense that they did against the Jets, and I would have copied that same philosophy to that game when we're playing the Jets. Why are we not doing that? Why are we not doing that? It makes no sense. We do what we want to do and not what is best for a team. And what is best for a team is to play that's man-to-man defense. Press on these receivers. Yeah, you're going to get beat over the top. It's going to happen. But you're not going to get killed like you do every freaking week against quarterbacks that you shouldn't have to give up to. And we do that. And eventually it's going to bite us in the ass. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to it.
Seeing when you watch the football game, because I'm not seeing what you're seeing. Like, it's like, bro.
And you heard me. Oh wait, what? And you heard me say.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Oh my bad.
No, go ahead. You can talk. Go ahead.
Good.
I was going to say, so you've seen the secondary. You've seen the secondary playing well. I thought the secondary last year was playing well than this year. I think the secondary's gotten worse last year than this year, man. We giving up so many points to quarterbacks that we shouldn't have to give up. Really, to be honest, we allowed a rookie quarterback to tear us up. Not once, but twice. Dak Prescott pulled us up last year.
Why are you back on the mic?
Look at them, man. Look at Smithy Eagle over here, man. Why you come over here? Because y'all don't know football. I wouldn't have to come over here if you didn't know football. If you knew what you were talking about and you were lying to your fans, I wouldn't have to come up here and school you. You see what he said, ladies and gentlemen? Hold on. Let me replay one more time.
Go ahead. I'll go ahead.
Rookie quarterback to tear us up. Watch, ready? Not once, but twice. Dak Prescott pulled us up yesterday.
Why are you back on the mic?
He's so angry, dude. It's amusement, man. It's amusement to me that I can get to them like that because I tell it how it is, and they don't like it. Why you come up here? Because y'all don't know football. You lie to your fans to get views. You say you don't, but you do. And you don't know football. So I have to come on here to remind you that there is someone who has ability to think for themselves. Someone who watches the games. Someone who's going to tell it like the other people, some people, how they see it. Because they ain't going to tell how we really see it. The real fans who watch the games and understand there's a problem in his defense. They're not going to brush away from the shit that you want to brush away from under the rug. The real fans who know the problem with the defense and want to try to get better before the bye week. I'm speaking for them. These other people, they ain't speaking for the Eagle fans who know what the problem is. They want to lie to y'all. They want to stress the defense fine until you get heartbroken during a Super Bowl run. Because you got your hopes up, because you thought these guys were telling the truth. And they lied to you. Just like last year. How much you want to bet all these four right here, except me, we're telling everybody that Jonathan Gannon was a good defense coordinator and there was nothing wrong with the defense. That we were going to win because of him, not because he wasn't a good defense coordinator. Let me scratch that. How many people said Jonathan Gannon was a good defense coordinator? These folks, I bet you, were sitting there saying Jonathan Gannon was a great defense coordinator. There was nothing wrong with the scheme. I got coworkers that I was working with before I had to move to a new job or get a new job. I'm going to eventually get a new one eventually. But it's been hard because the economy, shit. And if you didn't vote yesterday, well, you should have voted. You know, I said, go vote, man. You know, it's a very important. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, there's a lot of people who can't afford jobs right now. And it's sad. But back to it. We're not talking about politics. Okay. This is a football discussion. But when Jonathan Gannon had all these players get sacks, no one was talking about the flaws. And guys like Joey Shakes, I-500, all these other guys that were saying the exact same shit. There's something wrong. Oh, we don't want to hear you. Shut up. You're naked. You're fucking dumb. You're stupid. Jimmy, what's his name? The dude Jimmy, the guy who makes all these stats, who has all these live stream, was telling me Jonathan Gannon was a great defense coordinator, that you don't know football. These are the same dummies who still don't get there's something wrong. And rather than listen to other people's opinions, they're quick to say, why you come on here? Why do you be negative? Why do you say this? Why you say, because y'all don't know football. And you're quick to lash on another Eagle fan who bleeds the exact same colors you do, who rep the exact same team you do, because they got a different opinion than you do, and they don't sit there and lick lick their chops, and not lick the chop, bite their tongue, and kiss your ass, get down on their knees, and kiss your shiny boots, or kiss your shoes, or as Simone, kiss her shiny, her little, what do you call those? Little Jordans, or probably her little, what are those? Whatever shoes she wears. They don't get down and kiss your shoes. You automatically get mad at them. These guys want you to surrender and kiss their shoes and kiss their ass and tell them they know what they're talking about. When you tell them they don't, they get mad at you. You can't have another opinion, because if you do, you won't be wanted. That's the problem. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong if you don't agree with what you have to say. Well, it is. Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully. And that's what I hope. I hope by the bye week we get better and adjust. Make some adjustments. Change up the scheme. If we don't do that, we're still going to be talking about the same things. You know, but they will be talking about we're 11-1. Oh, look at us. We're great. You know what I'm saying? Because they blinded. They're blind sheep. And I'm not. I see the shit that I've been seeing, and I know what I'm seeing. I'm seeing flaws. They see pockets of sunshine and rainbows. Until it's time to play in the Super Bowl or get to the playoffs, and we go home early because our defensive coordinator was the problem all along. You guys want a lot of your fan base, which I'm not going to do. I'm not going to do that. You want to subscribe to someone who lies to your fan base? Hey, have at it. I'm going to always tell you how it is. These guys say they know how. They always say they're going to tell you the truth. They're going to be honest, but they don't. Because if they're honest, they would have said they would have said that they're seeing the similarities of Jonathan Gannon that I am. The coverage is not good enough. We're giving guys easy throws. That is something we complained about Jonathan Gannon last year. Giving guys throws, letting quarterbacks dink and donk their way down the field and pass over for 400 yards on us. Every quarterback this year has had a world-breaking record against our secondary. And what do? Nothing. And when we did do something, look how much better the defense got. The Dolphins game, you pressed. You played man-to-man. And look what happened. You weren't exposed that much. Now, granted, you gave up the big plays, which is going to happen. You're not going to give up. You're not going to shut everybody down. But you won't give up a lot of yardage when you play the right coverage. And the scheme isn't based on doing that. And I have a problem with that. Because that's not the Philly way. That's not how our defense. You can play in Minnesota like that. You can play in another city like that. In Philadelphia, we have a certain philosophy. Aggressive defense. Aggressive coverage. And what didn't really help was when Sean Desai said, we're going to make sure this defense is felt. And we're going to make sure this defense reminds them of the Philly defensive way. Well, it doesn't. It reminds me of the Gannon way, that he went to Arizona because of that. Against the Miami Dolphins, that was the Philly defense. Against the Washington Commanders and the Cowboys, that wasn't the Philly defense. That was the defense we hate and we despise. That we do not want to see. Real Eagle fans who watched the team when I was watching them at 4 years old, and they want to tell me, and by the way, they want to stand and tell me I wasn't watching. How are you going to tell me when I got pictures of me sitting on Swoop's lap, telling me I wasn't even, man, go sit down. No, I'm not rigid like you. I'm not going to sit there. I'm not going to make shit up just to help my fans feel good about themselves. When I know there's a problem, I address it. And they don't want to do that. They want to kiss ass. They want to make lectures of how great they sound and how intelligent they sound. They want to cry with other content creators because they kiss their ass. And the real ones who tell it like it is, they're not included. Or they're eliminated from as possible from saying anything. That's just the truth. Hit that like button. And here's the thing. I like being 8-1. But I want to be 8-1 when my defense is doing good.
It's my turn. It's my turn. It's my turn. I don't want to yell at you no more. Listen,
he thinks that's gonna hurt my feelings. You going, bro? You can't even y'all. Listen, man. Smithy Eagle. No disrespect to him, but he can never out-debate me in football. He can only out-debate me in football when it goes through his terms. If we have a one-on-one debate, he can't do it. He has to scream. He has to mute. He has to talk over people. That's the only way. He got to have his certain crowd. And yeah, if you go on his channel, yeah, he'll debate you. But he'll mute you too. But I don't want to yell anymore. Bro, you're not even going to yell in the first one. You have nothing to say. There's nothing to yell about. I'm right. And you don't want to admit you're wrong. Or you choose to be blindly to not see the flaws in a scheme. You don't want to see the flaws like I do. Like Joey Shakes do. Like 500 do. Like Desert Eagle 9. All these guys. Yeah, we're 8-1 and it's great to be 8-1. I love being 8-1. But my goal is to win a championship. Not just being 8-1 and get to a Super Bowl and lose it because of that scheme that we're used to seeing. And that bend and break defense is going to catch us like we did. We caught a straight bullet last year in the Super Bowl, and it hit us hard in the gut. We were on life support because of that shit. And I don't want to be on life support again because I lost another Super Bowl opportunity to get my second ring, my second championship, my second Broad Street parade because of this defensive scheme that we want to run. You got to make adjustments. And we don't do that. And these guys don't want to talk about it. That's why they're mad. Because anybody has anything to say, because it's not a, oh yeah, we beat the Cowboys, and it's great to beat the Cowboys. We won by the skin of the teeth, let's be real. We did. We should have blew those boys out. We should have cooked them. There was no way they should have been in inner. That's why they talk about that they're why do you think ESPN is talking about how they're great? Why do you think Cowboy fans say we hang with them? Because we made them look like they can hang with us. But they really couldn't. If we really played our coverage and we did our part as a defense, they couldn't hang with us on a bad day. But we made them felt like they could hang with us. Just like Commander fans are now talking about, is Sam Howell better than Jalen Hurts? Because we made Sam Howell look just as good as the other quarterbacks. Because our secondary and the scheme that we play made him look good. Now there's a debate. Would you rather have Sam Howell or Jalen Hurts? Commander fans feel great. Even though they lost to the Eagles, they feel great because they weren't destroyed like we should have destroyed them. That's just facts, man. You can say what you want. You can dislike the video. Like I said, I don't give a rat's ass what people think. I'm going to call it how it is. That's how I ran my channel. I don't kiss ass with nobody. That's one thing about me. I don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that shit with nobody. We keep it real over here. And there's things that we got to talk about. And those are the things that people might not want to hear, but they got to hear. You might not want to hear that there's defensive flaws in a team because you overlook the fact we're 8-1. Just like when we're undefeated this year, it didn't start being a problem until we lost our first game against the Jets. Then it's, oh shit, we have problems. But it was like, oh, we're undefeated. Who cares? Now we're 8-1. Get over it. And see, that's the blind mentality that we have as Eagle fans. And we got to understand that there's also things that we're blinded to see because we don't want to see them. But really, to be honest, it's like you can hide a carpet stain and it's still there. Until you fix the carpet stain, it's like going to the dentist. You can ignore the cavity all you want. It's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. You got to fix that cavity. It's only going to get worse and worse. Until you fix the problem, it doesn't change anything. You're still going to have problems. And eventually, it's going to be too late. So my hope by the bye week, we adjust. We do what we need to do. I think the offense is playing well. I think there's some call where Brian Johnson needs to stop doing. But overall, I have no issue with the offense. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith are balling now. They're balling. I think bringing Julio Jones helped the red zone tremendously. And I said it before. Julio Jones helps A.J. Brown and Devontae get open. Look at it now. Now you got to worry about Julio Jones. Now it takes away from A.J. and Devontae. So now they can go off. So I thought that was a good move by Howard Roseman. You know what I'm saying?
So go ahead, Smitty.
If you're gonna come up here and give us your soliloquies and your monologue, I want you to be precise. It's a big factor when you have to change out every week who's on the field.
Thank you.
Trey, I think you got an echo, Trey.
Somebody got to mute.
Not that Trey, the other Trey.
Look at the dude in the yellow shirt, man. Mr. Peanut Gallery over here. Thank you. Thank you what? This guy, listen, they're like the three girls that go out to the movies, man. If you ask one girl out there on a date, these three got to get involved. No, you got to ask us three. Can we talk alone? No, you got to talk to me also. That's what they are, man. That's how they act. Oh my God, man. Let's continue.
The other Trey.
Under
me, Trey. This one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
When you have to change out your personnel week to week, it changes the plays you can call. It changes how precise you can be. It changes your level of comfortability. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, I can hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right, my bad.
When you're in that position, man, it's hard to be able to call your scheme at full capability. Because guess what? Bayard don't know the whole system. So there's only certain plays you can call that he's comfortable with. Ricks isn't a slot. Sidney Brown isn't a guy that should be in the slot all those plays. Let's Reed Blankenship is leaning on Bayard and Bayard leaning on him. Like they working together. It's hard to be comfortable when you got somebody in.
All I hear is blah 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 blah. And listen, yes, there's different pieces that we have. I'm not saying, listen, you're not going to be healthy full 17 games. Going to the season, we knew we weren't going to be fully healthy. But if you know you're not going to be fully healthy, you got guys going out, you adjust to what you possibly can do, or you try to adjust as best as you can do, and you make it work, or you try to make it work. I would be okay if we did our best and we put guys in the right position. Oh, and you still get beat. Okay, I get that, right? Injury's going to happen. I get that. But we're not doing the best. We're doing just to get by. And getting by ain't going to help. We're going to find out next week what this defense is made of. Because next week is a test. Matter of fact, you got two tests coming up. You got the Chiefs, you got the Bills, and then the 49ers. They have a good defense, but I don't think the offense is that. But those are the two teams, and I want to see how our defense plays. I'm going to take a real good look at how our defense plays and what our coverage is going to look like. Will Sean Asai make adjustments? That is something Gannon didn't do. And if Sean Asai makes adjustments, then okay, we're fine. They have nothing else to complain about. Because the bye week helps you figure out what you're doing bad and what you're doing good. What you need to work on and what things you can improve on to get better. And what things you want to continue with. That's the bye. To get your minds right, get your bodies right, and also work on what you got to do to be in the second half of the season to become what you want to be, and that is a Super Bowl champion. It's all about winning the championship for me. We got there last year, but it wasn't enough. And rather than people or Eagle fans who have podcasts who talk like they know football, say, you know what? I agree with you to a certain point. I might not think he's JG, but I understand. Yeah, I have concerns too. That, this scheme is not good enough. They rather shoot you down. They rather say you dumb, you don't know football, all that shit. Rather than say I disagree with you, but you're allowed to have your opinion, they talk over you. They scream over you. But let you talk over them, they'll say you talk too much. You can't win against them. That's why I don't bother going in their podcasts. Because it's all a setup. If you're not welcome, they'll invite you. But they won't respect you, what you have to say. They'll shut you down and they'll rip you apart. That's why my podcast here. That's why my channel. That's why I'm always with We Hide in the Champ podcast. This is why there's a certain Eagle consecrators on my channel. Because if I can't have a conversation with you, we can disagree and agree. Let's have disagreements all the time with Eagle fans. But there's a level of respect that you have to have. And you could disagree with someone while insulting them. But you know what? Hey, I don't care what people think. Because guess what? At the end of the day, I know damn well I'm doing the right thing for my people that watch me. They're getting the knowledge they want and might not need. They're getting what they need and not want. These people are giving them what they want. They want them to tell them that they're A1 and they feel good. They want them to tell them there's nothing to worry about. It's peachy and cream. Why do you think they have all these subscribers? And the people who do have a lot of subscribers are not always peachy and cream, but these certain ones do. Because they lie to y'all. They clickbait y'all. They got the fancy titles, the fancy podcasts, the fancy words, yet they can't tell you the truth. It doesn't take a rocket science to figure out this defensive philosophy is not working. It's not. Quarterbacks, every time we're playing them, are giving us a hard time. And when we didn't, it was when Tua was playing, and that's because we played a different scheme. We played a different coverage. Just saying. So knock off with the, oh, they got different, you got different players out. Knock it off with that. That's an excuse. I expect that from Cowboy fans. Eagle fans, I expect you to be a little more intelligent with that. There's going to be players out. Players get injured every time. You're not going to have a healthy, full team. But you find ways to deal with it. And you find ways to make it work. You get paid big bucks to be defense coordinator. I need you to make that work. It is what it is, man. Yeah, we'd be better not be giving Mahomes and Allen time in the pocket. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. The Eagles always hire in DC who respect quarterbacks who need a head coach who blitz more and adjust more. Yeah, I agree with that also. And those are good takes. Those are good takes because it's the truth. Defense would be nasty if we had Lovie Smith, man. Let me tell you something. Lovie Smith would have been a beast, dude. Lovie Smith, man. Lovie Smith would have been a god in Philadelphia, man. I'm trying to tell you. I think we made him. Listen, I'm hoping the side adjustment, but man, we had Lovie Smith, bro. Oh my God. Lovie Smith would have been a dream come true. But again, they just don't hire guys like that.
In and out of the lineup. Or I got Maddox in the lineup, he out the lineup. Bradley Roby in the lineup, he out the lineup. Zach McPherson in the lineup, he out the lineup. Reed Blankenship out the lineup. You got too many rotating arms in Justin Evans. He out the lineups. Terrell Edmonds out the lineup. You have too many guys coming in and out. Sidney Brown for half the season played safety so far. And now he's playing slot.
Enough from the clown.
Just move on, man. Just move on. We were not going to get anywhere with the conversation. Let's move on.
You're not going to get anywhere with the conversation because you don't want to, sir. You don't want to listen.
Because I already told you the defense much. See? Hold on. Let me play that one more time, fam.
Enough from the clown.
You know what I'm saying? He said, dude, like, you can't win with them. He said, I said, we're not having this conversation. He said, you can't have a conversation because you can't talk. Like, dude, you're not bringing any facts. You're bringing emotions. You're bringing opinions. You're bringing what you think. The facts are Howie Roseman went out and drafted Jalen Carter. Okay. He signed guys in free agency. He traded for a top 10 tight end, a top 5 tight end, one of the best in the business. Yet this defense corner still can't adjust and put guys in the right positions. Eli Ricks on another football team would have been a star corner. James Bradbury on another football team, a top 5 cornerback. It looks bad now because the coverage that they're running doesn't fit these corners. That the philosophy of James Bradbury being a zone coverage corner is not his game. He's the man-to-man corner. Darius Slay is all in your face type corner. He gets in the receiver's face and he presses on them. If I could see that, why can't he not do that? I don't understand the stupidity of these fans. They got all these platforms. They got all these subscribers. They got Twitter followers, Instagram followers. Yet they can't talk football. Because really, to be honest, and I'll say this, and I love this meme so much.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
That's what it is. You're not that guy. I'm him. When I talk football, I bring facts. I don't bring emotions. You might think that because you can't talk football with me because I bring facts. I don't bring emotions to the table, sir. If we're going to have a football conversation, you got to bring facts. Don't talk to me about what you think. Talk to me about what you see. And I see a defense that's not playing better. They're playing just to get by. Every quarterback this year has had a high passing rating. Kirk Cousins had a 60.25, what was it? A 60.3.5 rating, quarterback rating against our team. Sam Howell had a 66.3 quarterback rating against us, I believe. You tell me how that a good defense right there. When quarterbacks are sitting back in the pocket and they ripping you apart, are you just okay with that?
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
You can't talk football with me because I will hurt your feelings. And I'm hurting your feelings. Look at these guys get emotional. Look how angry they get. They lost the battle against me. They got to yell over me. They got to yell. They got to scream. They got to holler. This lady about to say something. I know she's about to talk. I had to get my point out, of course, because I know he's going to talk. He's going to talk. That look at them how angry they get, man. Hold on. Let me show you. Look how angry they is. This guy looks, he's angry. I mean, look at this shit. I mean, it's that bad, man. I'm hurting them in a debate on their own platform. It should be the other way around. Yeah, I can come on there and I can test your knowledge. And you can't find a way to debate me on that? Don't talk football with me. I will hurt your feelings. That's why these guys don't invite me on their channel. I see why. They have to have the right personality to look good, to make them look good. Because if you go against me, or you go against anybody that can tell you, no, you're wrong, you cry and throw a tantrum. Like little bitty infants. These guys are throwing a meltdown because I'm telling them what they don't want to hear. They want to hear they're great and they're 8-1 and it's Victory Monday. But there's things that we got to talk about. And instead of you saying, you know what, I don't like the fact you're bringing negative, but I understand it. You're quick to yell and scream. You can't debate me, sir. You just can't.
Cat, you ain't gotta yell, Cat. You ain't gotta yell. I'm not gonna do the back and forth with you because it's not necessary.
Because you can't. It's not because you can't. You're not. It's not necessary. You can't because you're. Like I said, I like the. Again, I love this meme, man. I love. By the way, the guy's a legend right here, man. But you can't because, dude, you just.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
You're not. You're not Himothy. You run around here like you're Himothy. You're not Himothy. You can't debate me because you can't do it. I hurt your pride on your platform. Why do you think Cool Cat? Look at Cool Cat kind of already have a headache. He's mentally drained. He's done with it. Anytime you have a real conversation with Eagle fans that don't want to talk about it or don't know how to talk about it, they think emotions, they think verbally how to insult, they think how to dodge the question, or they do this, denial. They get angry with you because they don't know how to handle someone who has knowledge, who sees something in a total different way. Y'all think you see black and white. And I see a different perspective. You think one way, I think two different ways. My brain and your brain are way different. We think differently. And if you don't think their way, you don't know football. That's what it just is. That's what a point blank it comes down to, excuse me. If you don't think how they think, you don't know football. Never mind you watch the games every week. Never mind you study this game. Matter of fact, you breathe, you sweat, you shit football. You don't think like these guys or these females or whatever you want to say, girls, men, whatever you want to say. You don't know ball. You got to think like them. And I will not. And I will just not do it. And they get mad. You got to be in line. You got to stay in your line. You don't want to get out of line because you don't want to get on their bad side. I really don't care.
You're gonna come up here and you're not gonna understand. You get monologue on your own, bro. You could have listened to yourself.
I just don't agree with you. That's all. We can disagree to agree.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
I give Brian Johnson credit. I thought Brian Johnson was really good yesterday. I thought he was really good.
What's his name? Jinx Wolf said, "Let him in."
Oh yeah, Jinx been waiting
for the top. Look at it. They trying to get rid of me, so they're trying to add another person in because they don't want to face reality. Look at Simone already saying, "Let him in." I'm done with EC1. I'm convinced he'll never understand my way of thinking. That's what it is. You got to think like them. You don't think like them, you're wrong. You're dumb. You're stupid. You're brain dead. You're irrational. Whatever the fuck they say. And the truth is, no, you do have a brain. You just think differently. They think one way. I think a different way. They want to think they're peachy and cream. There's nothing wrong with this team. They think black and white. They think only one. They think of, it's like a teacher, right? You learn one way as a class. When really, to be honest, kids learn different ways. If you don't learn that way, are you dumb? Because when you look at it, that's how most kids fall behind. Now, I'm not saying I'm falling behind. No, that's how they're falling behind. Because they don't want to face reality. And instead of learning a different way or try to understand how I'm thinking, they're quick to jump the gun and scream and pout and throw a tantrum like little bitty babies. They can't have grown man conversation without cutting off another, without yelling at each other, without screaming at each other, throwing tantrums, and calling people names. You can't win the battle with that. You already won the battle, which they don't understand. That's not how you have a conversation with Eagle fans, or that's not how you're supposed to have a conversation. We're supposed to sit down and have a conversation, and maybe we don't agree with each other, but we're supposed to hear each other out. And instead, you want to overtalk people. Like wild animals, like wild human beings who have no common sense. It's sad, man. It's sad, but that's the way some Eagle fans are. We got the best defensive line. It should be seeing more pressure. Yeah, but like I said, it's not the fact he can't debate me. He's not able to, because
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
He's not. And he can talk about, I'm not going to argue with you. You can't argue with me, sir. You got no facts to argue me with. You think emotion, opinions are going to do the trick, and it's not. When you meet a guy that has emotions, opinions with facts, like me, who has emotions, opinions, and facts to go with all three, against a guy who has emotions, opinions, and how they feel, you're not winning that battle. See, I can yell and scream all day, but I can also speak to you with facts. I watch what I see. You watch what you see. I see a defensive scheme that isn't working. And rather you say, I disagree with you, but you know what? You know what I'm saying? Hey, we'll fix it, man. Hey, it's cool. You ready to jump the gun and scream. You don't want me on the podcast. You're ready to get another person on there. If you don't think like they think, you're wrong. Just saying. Look how they act. Look.
23 points, bro. How you mad
I think
at
Brian
that?
Johnson's doing better, though.
That's what I'm trying to understand. How you mad
That
at
big
that?
simple in.
See?
Man,
They buddies. They want them all in. They want to overtalk me. That's how they act. First of all, I don't even know why we put a Commander fan in there. They got swept. What the fuck does a Commander fan have to do with the Eagles conversation? Because you don't want to hear the truth. You're already in that. Like my mom always told me, what I always do was I go like this, right? Or you shut down a conversation. You're willing to shut down the conversation rather than hear someone out. Instead of sit back, shut that mouth of yours, and listen to someone. Instead of what you want to hear, you're quick to scream and yell and ignore what someone else has to say. You're quick to just black out on someone or get angry with someone, rather than just take the 5 seconds to listen to what someone has to say and maybe come to a conclusion or come to maybe agreement or disagreement. You're quick to yell and get people off the channel because they don't agree with what you agree with. You got all these people agree with each other. They all agree with the same each other until someone has a different opinion and suddenly you're stupid or they don't want you there anymore because it doesn't fit what they want to talk about. That's just the truth. Exactly. And that's the problem. You can't have a conversation like that, man. Because let's be real. You know and I know.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
They're not. I love that ad, man, by the way. You know what I'm saying? They're not. They're not that. They think they are, but they're not.
Didn't we just sweep them?
I mean, we always gonna find something to complain about, but I don't feel like
That's-
it's
What
No,
he's
but
complaining about right now is not
always try to
necessary.
look for. Listen, we're 8-1, but there's things that we got to talk about. This defense is not playing well.
Hey, EC,
They're not-
you gonna be real? You gonna answer a question for me? Hold on, Trey.
Yeah,
Let me
all right,
answer one
because
question.
they cutting me off. Look at this dude. He already trying to jump the conversation. He won't let me finish. They get angry. They get angry. They get angry when you don't agree with them. Look how they trying to switch the conversation. I just said, yeah, we're 8-1, but there's things that we got to discuss. You got to find something to complain about. No, it's the truth. Rather than hear someone out, you want to change the conversation. That's what you do.
What was our biggest? What was our
Give me the
biggest?
reason you said they're not playing well.
He already Trey. He done already gave the reason.
Hold on. Hey, listen. What was our biggest injury last year on defense?
See, they laughing, but the truth is they can't laugh when it comes to being truthful. See, they laughing. It's not because they're wrong, they're right. It's because they know they're stupid, or they know they're wrong. And rather than sit there and say, you know, EC1, you are right. This defense not played well, but we're 8-1. What do you like about this team? And I would say, hey, the offense playing well. It's that. Or they could say, you know what, let's change the conversation. Let's talk about this offense here, there. I was willing to change the conversation for them. They continue to talk about it because they are stuck on it, because they don't admit that they're wrong, or they don't want to admit they're wrong. They know best. They run around here, they pump their chest like they King Kong. They do this all the time. And to be honest, they little bitty shrimps. That's what they are. They hit their chest like they King Kong. And the truth is, they don't know more football than the next door neighbor down the street do. Because they got a big platform. They got nice intros. They get subscribers. It's the truth. Back in merch, Eagles wanted Jalen Mills back, and I said no because he sucks. A lot of Eagle fans. Yeah, Jalen Mills is trash. Like the same people want to go get Jason Pierre-Paul. Why? We don't need Jason Pierre-Paul. We need to get rid of that zone defense that we've been running. There's nothing wrong with this defense. If you change up the scheme, you're fine. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that because they're blind, or they choose not to want to hear it, and they choose to be blind and not see the facts. It's right in front of you, and you don't want to see. You just want to be Stevie Wonder. I can't see nothing because you don't want to face it. It's not going to go away anytime soon until you address it. You know what I'm saying? But if I can help one person out, hey, maybe I can help the rest. Maybe we can help these people out, man. Maybe we can help these people out. Maybe we can change somewhat of their mindset. That's my goal, is to help people out that don't want to be helped out.
Our biggest injury?
Biggest injury last year on defense. CJ, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now name all the injuries he's had this year on defense so far.
This year?
Give me
See, I rolled my head because I already knew where this was going. That has nothing to do with the conversation right here. But see, they want to put that in their perspective. They want to take what they want to hear, and they want to jab it at you. And not the fact that has nothing to do. They want to fit in their own perspective and not what's really happening. What does CJ Gardner-Johnson have to do with anything what I was just talking about? What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's injuries, man. But the good defense corner is find a way to make things happen. That and especially look, guys go down.
You can't
see. We're 8-1. We're 8-1. This guy has a microphone like he worked at McDonald's, man. This guy over here has cheap ass headphones. They scream on top of you. We're 8-1. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are 8-1. We're 8-1 because we're just getting by. But you know what? You know what I'm saying? You can't fix some people's logic. If they don't agree with you, they just don't agree with you. And you can't, like I said, you can't always get people to agree with you. I could try, but it's not going to help. You know what I'm saying? Look at them. Deny.
Great defense corners find a way.
Find a way to make something happen, you see?
Great defense corners find a way to make things happen, which they do. Name me a defense coordinator that was great, that had injuries. Wade Phillips is a perfect example. Had injuries. Pretty good defense coordinator, though, right? Was making things happen, though, right? How many Super Bowls have he won so far? 2. Because of what he done, he adjusts. And listen, he plays more soft, I believe, than Desai and Gannon. I believe. I think he plays a more soft defense, and yet he's able to adjust. So miss me with these injury BS, man. That's an excuse, bro. Great defense coordinators find ways to make it work. Don't tell me about no fucking injuries. Because the truth is, your defense coordinator, you've been in the league longer enough to know which works and don't. If you can't do that, let me get someone who can. We can fire you early and get another defense coordinator that can come in there and hopefully turn his defense around. I'll go hire my guy Lovie Smith right now. I'm wondering if he's still active. Go get my guy Lovie Smith and let's see what he do with this defense. I promise you, he would turn that defense to a championship team in one day. Get out of here with fucking injuries, man. Everybody has injuries. The problem is what you're going to do about it. Keep crying is all you want. You can keep crying. The problem is the crying is not going to help. You've got to adjust. And if you know guys are struggling, you find a way to either put a guy over the top of him, like a safety, put Kevin Byard over the rookie, and slide the coverage, towards you. Towards the left, or do something different. You got different defensive schemes you can be doing. Play more blitz. Play more man-man. Play more press. Play different coverages. Do something where you don't get exposed. We're not doing it. That's my problem with some Eagle fans, man. They talk, but have no context behind their logic.
What you got in the secondary?
EC, what did you tell me about? What did you tell me about Cooney? You said he lost his spot because he didn't play well enough, right? That's what you told me about Cooney, right?
Kenny's terrible.
Hold on, wait. You told me Cooney game well.
He's trash, bro. Tell me.
Look at the guy. Yeah, because he was a Kenny Gainwell fan, man. Man. I'm not going to make you watch him more, man. This is torture for me, bro. I feel like teaching a bunch of dumb idiots what football is, man. I feel like I need to start a school of dummies got how to watch football because clearly they don't watch the games. It's my own fan base that I have to take them to school because again,
you're not that guy, pal. Trust me, you're not that guy.
That's just truth. I'm not going to make you sit there and watch this shit, bro. We go to other things. We got other things to talk about. What just happened? Oh, shit. All right, there we go. We got other things to talk about, man. They're just in delusional land, and it's cool. You can stay on that, bro. Stay on that land, and I'll stay on the ones that help my fans. It's not all fun. And there's things that we got to talk about. And if they're willing to sit there and just gloss over it, rather than see the problem and try to understand the problem and try to maybe get come to a conclusion that there's a problem, they're quick to just gloss over and yell over you. And you can't have a conversation like that. You gotta have two people to have a conversation. Two people have to have a conversation to be a conversation. And when you can't hear people out, because you have people over talking people, that's what it is. It's so hard to explain to some of these. It's not hard. They just don't want to hear it. Because their mindset is we're 8-1. There's nothing you can tell me. La, 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 la. That's what it is. That's what it is. La 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 la. I can't hear you. That's what they do. They don't want to hear it. They choose not to hear it. Let's talk about Nakobe Dean. Okay. Nakobe Dean is becoming injury prone. This is what so last year he was injured. This year he's been injured twice. He's becoming more injury prone than Avonte Maddox. Is it time to look at other options at linebacker? Or is it too soon? Because Nakobe Dean's not. I think there was a stat where he has the worst coverage than Nathan Gary in 2020. That's bad. That's bad. The man is literally on the same level as Nathan Gary. He's given up more yards than Nathan Gary in 2020. I think. Let me find that stat real quick. Let me repost it and I'll put it on Twitter for y'all. We're going. When we talk, man, we gonna bring facts to it, man. We're not just gonna talk out of our ass. That's not what I do. I'm gonna find the link and I'm gonna see if I can find it and I'm gonna share it with y'all. All right, here we go. Hold on. There we go. All right, let me go to my Twitter now. It's bad, man. It's bad, man. Nakobe Dean, he has not shown me anything. He's not shown me anything, bro. Matter of fact, he showed me the opposite. The man has given up a lot of yardage that he shouldn't have. Dean and Max made of they are, bro. It's bad, bro. And you know, we just drafted him. Yeah, he's getting injured like that. Listen, we took a risk from him too. But there's going to be questions in the offseason if he's the guy. Here we go. So check this out right here. Okay, shout out to the guy who made this. Let me get his name right. His name is Outside the Birds. Should just put in perspective how bad Nakobe Dean was in coverage this season. He's allowed a higher completions percentage of and passer rating than former Eagles linebacker Nathan Gary did in 2019. He's also allowed a higher completions percentage than Gary did in 2019. Oh my fucking God. Now, let's talk about it, right? I don't know how you can. Nathan Gary was some ass water, man. That guy was fucking horrible. To say he's right near Nathan Gary. Jesus Christ, bro. That's tough, bro. Now, could it be overblown? Yeah. I think so. But could it not be? Yeah. I mean, the guy's not played well. Yeah, that's a bad stat to have for a guy that's supposed to prove his point to shit. Listen, you let TJ Edwards go. You could have brought him back. He went to Chicago. You let Kaiser White go for this guy. And this is not a good way to start. It's not a good way to start. That's not good. Gary in 2019 was bad. In 2020, he was bad. And yet you have a higher completion percentage than Gary. Oh my God. But yeah, and it looks like Nakobe Dean can't cover shit either. I mean, listen, man. This is just facts, dude. I mean, I don't know what you want to say. Our linebackers, I think you need to put Nicholas Morrows in there and just let Nakobe Dean learn. Let him learn. Let him be a sponge more. Because I just don't think he's ready to play. If this is what we're going to get, I think you need to draft a linebacker next year. Now, you're going to sit there and say, how he don't draft linebackers. You're right. But does he make a trade for one next year? Does he make a move for Patrick Queen? Or does he go in face and get a guy like Queen or Devin White? Because I think Nicholas Morrow is a starter right now. Just to put it into perspective, I'm going to read to everybody again. Nakobe Dean was in coverage this season. He's allowed a higher completion percentage and passing rating than former Eagles linebacker Nathan Gary did in 2019. He also was allowed in a higher completion percentage than Gary did in 2020. That's bad. That's not what you want in a linebacker. Especially when he didn't play all last year. You let two guys go who played pretty good. Actually played really good if you want to be real. Yeah, and that's going to be the question. Did we make a mistake by leaving T.J. Edwards go? Now, I think Nicholas Morrow is a better linebacker than Nicholas. He just is. Nicholas Morrow can do a lot more than Nakobe Dean. He's also on injury reserve this week. Nakobe Dean is out again. He's hurt again. I mean, this is bad, man. So, read this one. For anybody who don't want to draft a linebacker, I get it. We just drafted one. But this guy's not playing good. Nakobe Dean was a legitimate liability in coverage, and Easy is the worst cover linebacker among 3 linebackers have played significant snaps for the Eagles this season. Dean has allowed a 92% completion percentage and a 102.4 passing rating in coverage this season. That's the 3rd worst completion percentages allowed by a linebacker with 100-plus coverage snaps this season, according to PFF. Now, PFF, they overblown things, right? They sometimes overblown things. But any way you look at it, does not make him less bad. He still looks bad. And the way he plays, man. Does Howie draft a linebacker next year? Does he draft a linebacker next year? Shout out to the guy, man. Shout out to him. Go follow him. He knows his shit. I rock with him. I rock with his page too. You know what I'm saying? Nakobe Dean is a problem this year. And he's not the solution. He's the problem. Now, is he the real problem? No. He's not the real problem. But he's part of the problem. And you got to do something with Nakobe Dean. Because he is giving up a lot of yards. He can't cover for shit. Now, is that part of it because of the scheme? Yeah, probably. But I also think it's the fact that you rushed Nakobe Dean out there too soon. That's the problem. We rushed Nakobe out too soon. Rather than let him sit back and let Nicholas Morrow play football, we rushed him out too soon because he was a draft pick. Let me show you this real quick. Also, this one just came out today. Nakobe Dean's hurt again. He's diagnosed with a Lisfranc sprain. Lisfranc sprain, whatever it is. It's pretty much a foot injury. The same foot injury, I believe, that, if I can remember right correctly, didn't Avonte Maddox have that? Sources tell me that Dean, who called defensive signals to start this season, will see a lot of specialist will see his foot specialist to determine, of course, of the action, but he's expected to be placed on IR. And he really can't call snap. He can't really call the signals. He's bad against it. He's not ready to do that. I think you give him way too much power, honestly. How are you going to call the signals when your rating is against your right the neck with the worst linebacker in Eagles history? Nate Gary is buns, and yet you are a signal caller for the team supposedly, and you're giving up a 90. What you giving up again? You're giving up a 92 completion percentage and a 102.4 passer rating. I don't know how you can call signals when you do that shit. Just saying. There's no way you can be a signal caller when you're giving up so many freaking yards. And how the hell did he get hurt? I'm trying to figure that out. He just came off IR. This guy can't stay healthy. He's made of glass, man. And you can't have a linebacker that can't stay healthy. I feel like it's Davion Taylor all over again. It's deja vu of Davion Taylor. Nah, he had a toe injury. I mean, he's always hurt. The man has a foot injury, a leg injury, a calf injury, a back. There's something wrong with him. In the draft, he fell because of the injuries. And we asked, why did we draft? Why did he fall behind? Well, I'll tell you why now. Because he really wasn't ready, if you want to be real. He was a project. Now, when you look at it, so far this season, he does not look like a number one pick. I'm so glad we didn't draft him as a number one pick, man. That would have been a disaster. Talk about Maddox. He had a toe injury. Yeah, he had the same thing as this dude had. Vontae Maddox had a Lance Frank injury, I think, where he was put on the IR for a while. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe not. But I know it was a foot injury. I think it was the same injury. But yeah, I mean, it's just the dude can't stay healthy. And what did they always say? Best ability is availability. And if you can't be on the field and you're giving up way more yards now with the injuries, it's not like you're a great football player. You stink at your job and you're always injured. That's just the truth. You stink at your job and you're always injured. It's not playing well. Being tied with Nathan Gary is not good. And 92% completion rating against him. It's not good. Not for a guy that was supposed to be coming out the draft as a number one linebacker. It was between the Kobe Dean and the Jacksonville Jaguars linebacker they drafted. I forget his name. But I wanted him. And Christian Harris Jr. Just saying. But that's just something to think about. Something to put some knowledge in your mind and make you say, you know what? I agree, or I don't agree. But you know, it is what it is. Listen, at the end of the day, for the bye week, you got to play more of aggressive defense. And I'm hoping, unlike Jonathan Gannon, Sean Asai adjust. I'm happy we're 8-1. By the way, I think the offense looks great. Jalen Hurts is a baller. I mean, what can you say about Mr. Himothy? He's Timothy. You know what I'm saying? He's Timothy. Everything you want about Jalen Hurts, he's Timothy. He is definitely Timothy. There's nothing you can say about Jalen Hurts, man. Nothing you can say about him. I mean, that's the truth. He's Timothy. Jalen Hurts should be in the conversation for MVP. Jalen Hurts is doing what no other quarterback, as I know, would be doing. We know that Jalen Hurts right now, okay, let's take a rocket science to figure it out, is dealing with some injury. Something wrong with his leg. And yet, he's finding a way every weekend, every day we play a game, to go out there, put his big boy pants on, and put his body on the line for a team. He's sacrificing his body, his health, for this football team. That's a warrior. That's a quarterback you want to build around. That's a guy that you want to have for years. A guy that's going to come in there, work hard, put his body on the line. And that's something that I love about Jalen Hurts. We know he's fighting through pain. We know that. But the guy's he's a fucking animal, man. He's a fucking beast. It's rare to find a quarterback like him. I mean, do you understand how rare it's to find a quarterback? Like, the Browns are wishing that was their quarterback. That's just the truth. The Broncos wish that was their quarterback. The Seahawks wish that was their quarterback. And Jalen Hurts is just different. He's a different breed, man. He just finds ways to win. The guy's just an absolute unbelievable superstar, winning type quarterback that you want on your football team. And he's doing it at a high level. You know what amazes me? Is when you see a list. Hold up, by the way. First of all, that list that I saw today, we got to talk about that list too. Let's get back onto it real quick. Hold up. There was a list that I saw. Okay. And it just made me vomit because when you got people who don't know football, who make a living off being ignorant, right? This is what I call having no common sense of the game. Okay. Let's go over this list real quick. Okay. That light bulb. Can someone explain to me? Okay. Okay, so you got Patrick Mahomes, which is respectfully, I agree. Okay, he's you're going to put Patrick Mahomes at number one. You put Lamar Jackson number two. Okay, I get that. Josh Allen, Jimmy Garoppolo, Tua Tagovailoa, Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence. Where the hell did you get this list from? How does Brock Purdy? Okay, how does Josh Allen? I mean, where do we begin? You want to put Patrick Mahomes up there? Okay, I get it. But then, okay, Lamar Jackson. Okay, he's playing well. But after that, I think you're losing it. Number one, Tua should be last, if you want to be real. Behind Trevor Lawrence, behind Joe Burrow, behind Justin Herbert, behind Jalen Hurts, behind Dak Prescott. Brock Purdy should be last up Tua, behind Jacksonville Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence, behind Cincinnati Joe Burrow, behind Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert, behind Jalen Hurts and Prescott. Prescott, then Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts should be ranked number two or ranked number three. You want to say Lamar Jackson? Okay. But ranked number three. There's no way in hell you put Josh Allen above Jalen Hurts, above you put Brock Purdy above him, Tua above him, Prescott above him, when he just beat Prescott. The list is ludicrous. It makes no sense. It sounds like a little kid who was 13-year-old fantasy football owner made this list. Because there's no way you can think like that. If you watch all the games, no way you can make this list and say this is accurate. This is stupid. Yeah. Patrick Mahomes is playing well. We got it. But he's not playing well. Well, I think he's above Jalen Hurts. If you want to argue, Mahomes is number one, okay. But Purdy's not above Jalen Hurts. Purdy has lost 4 straight so far, I believe. Tua has lost games that he should have. He can't even throw a football correctly. This is ass list, man. This is horse shit of a list, bro. I don't know how you could sit there and say this. For anybody saying, well, Jalen Hurts, you got to look at the rankings. Okay, let's look at it. Take a look at it. Ranked 7. So it's not like he's ranked number 2 or none. This is ranked by numbers. Mahomes ranked number 1. Lamar ranked number 2. Allen ranked number 3, 4, and 5. I mean, you can't say nothing. This is just a horse shit of a list, man. It doesn't make sense. Tua only plays, he plays against bad defense. This list is crap, man. You can't sit there and disrespect my guy, Jalen Hurts. You do that. These other quarterbacks haven't doing what Jalen Hurts has done. Jalen Hurts is leading in the passing. I think he's leading. Isn't he? What is it? He broke some record. These other quarterbacks haven't done that. And how is Joe Burrow not above Brock Purdy? How? How is Tua above Burrow? I would put Dak Prescott above Purdy. Purdy's garbage. That man is ass water. This is a crappy list, man. Whoever made this was a 13-year-old fantasy little kid with no knowledge of football. Because there's no way a grown dope can see that and say, yeah, that's a good list. This is favoritism, ladies and gentlemen. This is crap list, man. I mean, I get it. It's their own opinion, but goddamn, man. Someone needs to teach them football 101. This looks like they put a bunch of players together and say, all right, here's my list. This makes no sense. How is Joe Burrow not above Purdy? How's he not above Allen? Didn't he just beat Allen? This crap list, man. It's such a garbage list, dude. It's such a garbage list, bro. I mean, I don't know how you could say it's not a garbage. It's a fucking trash list, bro. I got something for that dude, man. Hold on. Hold up, I got something for him. Because this was just garbage.
Enough from the clown.
Again, one more time.
Enough from the clown.
I mean, it was clown shit, bro. It's a clown list, dude. It's a joke. You call yourself an NFL analyst. You can't be. You can't be, man. You just can't be. There's no way you can look at that list and say that is a football list, man. It got to be biased into it. He got to be a San Francisco 49. I mean, come on, man. You telling me these come on, man. You made a list like that, really? You made a list like that for real? With no knowledge of you just put random players there. There's no way you can look at that list and say that, man. I hope Brock Purdy plays week 3. I'm hoping too. Hope he destroyed the 49ers. Yeah, I think we're going to destroy the 49ers. I'm not worried about them. I think the 49ers are overrated. I don't think they're even going to win the division. I think Seahawks will. Chase Young don't mean nothing. He don't mean nothing. That team needs a quarterback. That team needs a quarterback, and they don't have one. It won't make a difference, really. Hit that like button, subscribe, guys. Appreciate you for coming on. It's been a good show. Been a good show, man. I got a video dropping soon. We're definitely going to talk more about it. But listen, man. At the end of the day, bro. I wanted to come and talk to y'all, man, because it's been a while. But I had to talk about some things. The defense again. Look, I think we're a good football team. We're 8-1 for a reason. We got to be a good football team. But don't be afraid to look at the bad stuff. Not all bad is all bad. Sometimes it's good to hear what you don't want to hear. Okay? And defense, the scheme, it's not always great. But if you could find a way to adjust and make things right, you'll be better down the road. And my problem is, my hopeful side of me is hoping that Sean Desai is going to do what Jonathan Gannon didn't do. He's going to make adjustments and going to help this defense get better. He sees the problem and he tries to do more of a man coverage and stays a little bit away from zone. That's my hope. And if he doesn't, well, we're going to win. It's not because of defense. We're going to win because we're going to win just by getting games, by just getting by. But I'm hoping we start looking like a full team. By the time we come back, we look fully on cylinders. Both defense, offense play well, and we look like a legit football team. That's my hope. I don't want to see this team being bad. I'm happy with 8-1. And if people don't think I'm happy at 8-1, listen, I wouldn't put all these colors if I didn't think I wouldn't be talking about the Eagles if I there was nothing to talk about. I'm happy with 8-1. But I'm not going to sit there and say everything's peachy and cream when it isn't. And that's what these people do. You can't let them bait you. But, it is what it is, man. If Desai continues to do the same shit, then yeah, he needs to be fired. Well, he won't get fired. We'll fire him at the end of the year. But he will cost us another Super Bowl. And my hope is he'll make adjustments. Look, the defense ain't horrible, but it's not where we wanted to be. And that's my problem with some Eagle fans. Because you talk anything about the defense, you're silenced. And that's all I got to say. But your boy EC1. I'm checking up out of here. Like a slide. I'm out.